I'm not doing this like. Anybody there? Can you hear me? So you off to a little late start here. Sorry to be a little late. Got nothing planned right now, so sort of. So I don't know if YouTube is playing with me. It says one person here. My number's been messed up lately, so if there's a lot more people than one person in here, let me know. 'Cause I'll be having no idea, man, honestly. Numbers be messed up on this thing, man. I'm telling you. Oof. As I said, if you can hear me, if there's more than one person, let me know. Or if there is one person, let me know, because I have no idea. I'm tired of YouTube, honestly, man. Like, YouTube's getting on my nerves. Well, good evening. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Technically, I can't see you, but I guess I can see your comment. That's one. Is it crazy to think it's already Wednesday already? You just started the week, man. It's about to be Thursday. You know when it's Wednesday, it's week over. Because then after Wednesday's Thursday, and after Thursday's Friday, which is the weekend. So it's over. We got to a little slow start. I know some people still be in Wednesday night service, Bible study and whatnot. So that's probably what it is. So, and the thing is, y'all usernames on here changed, man. Like, it used to have like y'all actual name. Now it has like y'all like username -Q. Like yours says -Q5LY. Like you used to just say your username. Like whatever name you would put. I don't know why it changes. Well, I know y'all can see me. Thing is, I can't see y'all. So, yeah, time is flying, man. Like, we already on daggone November what is it, the 5th today? Already the 5th, man. We just started the month. Dang. Jesus, it's gonna be the 6th tomorrow. Days are going by too fast, man. They go by fast for me because I be doing these live streams. So it kills a lot of time. Honestly, man, it kills a lot of time. So I know it's a little early. As I said, people are still coming in, so I ain't gonna do too much serious talking until they come. But I guess I'll goof off. I just talk to y'all about it, listen if y'all want. You know what I'm saying? It's early. I feel like it's like 10 o'clock at night, man. It's only freaking 7:19 here. I'm on Texas time. It's kind of slow today. Where you from, Sheila? She don't mind me asking. There might be more people in here than just you. It's just right now it's saying like YouTube be lying. It be saying 0 people in here, and then like 4 people be commenting at the same time. I'm like, bro, what? I think the algorithm hates me now. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. And I love it here. Nice. Far away from home. You know, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, man. You know, that's where that plane crash happened yesterday. So, bro, somebody on here told me about it before I even knew about it. I told you, that's how fast word traveled. Like, I didn't even know anything, like, what was going on. One of my followers from New Jersey. He all the way in New Jersey. He was like, hey, you heard what happened in Louisville? I was like, no. I had to type it up on live stream. I was like, bro, how you know about this before I do? Dang, I know about this quick. I can't stand them stupid cars, man. You're making that loud noise. Plano, Texas. Okay. I think I remember you. It's just y'all usernames change, so if I don't see y'all picture, I don't really remember. Like, so YouTube is changing up stuff, so it's harder to recognize who people are. This is Texas living, Texas life. So, like I said, we off to an early start, but talk to me if y'all want to everybody come in. Once I get about 5 people or more. If there's 5 people in here, I have no idea. YouTube numbers are lying, so I don't know. And no, I'm not just saying that because my YouTube career is going downhill. You know, it's like, you know, people don't be watching them. Oh, it's the accurate. Oh, no, it's just the numbers are lying. It's like, nah, the numbers are accurate. From Philly. I ain't never been to Philly, boy. Philly's terrible. Bruh. Philly's off the chain, man. I don't know what they got. It's like a powder keg going over there. Bro, I just saw something. I watched it from a show like 2-3 days ago. I thought it was just part of it was an FBI show. I thought it was just part of the show. It was something that really happened there in Philly. They were saying that was they said the government bombed them people there. It's an organization called Home or something like that, Home. And I think it was like some type of like hippie black power movement or whatever. And they said the government pretty much blew up the block, bro. Because they said, the police said the people were shooting at them, but the people were saying the police just went through shooting them for no reason. And then they blew up like a whole block, man. I saw the destruction. I was like 1985. I said, yo, why have I never heard this story? I had to look it up to see if it was true. That was a real story. I was like, hey, bro, I said, why have I never heard of this story? We ain't never heard that, man. Like, they covered that up. I was like, dang, bro, they didn't even say nothing about that. That was all the way back in 1985, man. I was like, I just found that out like 2 days ago. Never heard of that before. Never heard of the organization Home. Never heard of the incident. Never heard of none of it. I said, they covered it up quick, too. I don't think people in Philly know about that, man. See what they do, man, when they be messing with us, man. Every time we got something black, man, they always gonna blow something up. Like, they just mess with us all the time, bro. Like, crazy. So I wonder why that story ain't heard of. Wonder why. Much y'all want to talk about y'all little white neighborhoods and y'all school shooters. Why ain't y'all talking about a block y'all blew up? Like, why ain't y'all talking about that? That's information. That's news we need to know. Mighty funny. That don't matter to y'all. Guarantee you, if it was on white block, they'd still be talking about it. So I noticed how they cover up the Birmingham bombings. You see that? When they bombed them little girls in that church, they cover that way up. Now white people screaming racism towards them. I said, you got to be, boy, that was a lie. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, that's crazy. Now I don't know how old you are. I was only born in 1994, so that was like almost 10 years for my time. You feel me? So I have no idea about any of that. So, but yeah, that's crazy, man. Like they don't even say nothing about that, bro. I ain't never heard it. I know somebody from Philly. They never said nothing about it, bro. They never talked about it. That's the first time I ever heard of it. Never seen a news story on it, a piece of coverage. Like, I've never seen that, man. It's crazy. You 60 years old? Okay. Like I said, you remember. Do you remember that day it happened? Like, do you remember, was you in Philly when it happened? Like, you remember that day or whatever? I always ask people, like, back then, like, a big old event that happened. I'm like, do y'all remember that? Like, what was you at? What was you doing when you heard about it? You know what I'm saying? Oh. 85? How long was 85, man? That was like what? 85 was like 40 years ago, wasn't it? 40, I think it's 40 years ago this year, right? I think so. That was 40 years ago? Dang. I be thinking, bro, I keep thinking 1985 like 20 years ago. I keep thinking we in like the early 2000s. It used to be 1980s was 20 years ago. That was 40 years ago, man. Dang, man. Time be flying by quick. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I forgot how much they said the death toll was, man. But I seen the pictures, man, like from the sky view. I'm like, bro, how you blow up a whole block? I said, bro, what did they have? I was like, bro. So that show covered that up. I made sure the world didn't know nothing about it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I feel like Philly is kind of like a wicked place. like Louisville is, like Philly's a wicked place, bro. I don't know. My girl, what's good with you, girl? How you doing? Girl, looking as good as you want to look. Girl, what's up with you? I say what everybody come in. I'm like, hey, my girl, what's up with you? What's up? What y'all doing? I'm talking to thin air. I be talking to thin air sometimes. Like, you was watching it on TV? Oh, it's crazy. Bro, I be wanting to know what's up with people, man, because I'm just like, they didn't have technology like we had back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't no, you know what I'm saying, no iPad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, everybody in the city probably found out about it first, you feel me? And then, like, the whole rest of the world found out. I told you what happened what happened to Louisville yesterday. I found out from somebody from New Jersey. I was on my live stream, man. Somebody was like, hey, man, I was calling to see. I was checking in to see if your family, them okay. I'm like, for what? And so there was a plane crash in Louisville. I was like, what? I said, bro, he in New Jersey. I'm like, how you know about this before I do? So I typed it up on live stream. I was like, I ain't know nothing about this, bro. I didn't get no alerts. Nobody called me. Nobody said nothing. You feel me? I was like, dang, man, how you know about this? It's my hometown. I ain't know about that. So I got on social media. It was plastered all over social media, man. Like, it's crazy. You know what's crazy? That's not the first time that's happened, though. That's crazy. That same thing that happened at UPS, that's the same one that was coming from Louisville. Louisville was like the main headquarters, I think, of UPS. It was a plane, I think, back in the early 2010s. I think like 2010, 2011. It did the same thing. It was over. It crashed, I think, in like the ocean or somewhere. You feel me? But it came from Louisville. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's not the first time. I used to work at that UPS where I said I used to work there. So, yeah, anybody on the live? Yeah, it was like, I think they said the toll now is like 11. Cause you know they said jet fuel burns for days, so they showed the area map. It's bad, man. They had to cancel school. You know, JCPS never canceled school for nothing. I'm talking about it better be rain and fire outside. They don't cancel school for nothing. But they had to cancel schools, and they was just like, yeah, the injuries are just it's getting worse. You know what I'm saying? The city's not really that good, man. It's pretty bad, you know. So, but I used to work at that UPS, man, and they had told me, they was like, now I don't know the official cause of it, so I'm not gonna really speak on that. But when we worked there, they was super serious about, like, cause when you work at UPS, that's dealing with everybody's packages, all the materials. We work with a lot of hazardous materials, a lot of like explosive stuff, you know. So they was serious about like dry ice, It was a whole chart we had to learn about the hazardous stuff, the hazardous materials. One was like, I think, was it potassium? It was a lot of stuff, man. Like just gases, all type of stuff. So we couldn't put that in the same. We couldn't put that like we would load the little cans and stuff. We couldn't put that in the same stuff. We always had it would have like a big old skull and bones mark. So we had to put that to the side. Then they would have to write out special paperwork, and we had to put it in the front of the canister. Or they would put it in another one, because they was like, when you put that in there and smush a whole bunch of stuff on it, they said that's what causes it to catch fire, and that's what happened with one of them planes a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? And so they were super serious about that. They was like, dude, if they find you loading up one of those and you didn't catch it, they would fire you. They would literally fire you. And then on top of that, they said I think you could be eligible for like a lawsuit. Like if something happened like that, you could be eligible for a lawsuit. So they was telling people, they was like, watch what you doing. Like you really had to pay attention to your job. Like watch what you doing, because people was loading up stuff, man. It was like they was putting like a mixture of these hazardous materials with that. I'm like, they done made a whole bomb, dude. It'd be a whole bomb in there. So I'm just like, I didn't even like touching them boxes, man, because I'm just like, I don't want these things to blow up, man. You feel me? Like, because they would send them down on the chutes where you had to put it in the can. They would send it down from like the big old chutes. And I'm talking, them things be going at like 20 miles an hour, man, hitting the wall. I'm like, bro, don't be doing that. That thing might blow up. You feel me? I'm just standing right here. We dealt with like a lot of dry ice. They come in like the big old styrofoam, whatever. So sometimes them things are bust open. You know, dry ice hit your skin. That's over. You feel me? Like that burns, because it's like sub-zero temperatures. You feel me? So we had to like deal with a lot of those. You feel me? So they were serious about like, don't load stuff in there unless you tell people, or unless you filter out what you're doing. Because they was like, if you put this in there, man, this thing is on fire. It blows up. That's it. So I don't know if that's really what happened on the. I can't really say. I don't know if it was just a plane malfunction, or if something in the canister got loose in the plane. I don't know. You know, we still don't know the official story. Whatever it is, whatever the story is, man, it's sad overall. It's sad, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. It's terrible to see that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said stuff in Louisville is happening that never really used to happen like that before, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's crazy. So, and I was just about to go back home too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still thinking about going home for the holidays. You know, but it's wild, bro. It's wild. So that's why I said, I'm like, you know, that's why I tell everybody, like when I go out of town, my people here, my church people here, and like my friends, they'll call me and check up on me and see if I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? They be like, hey, did you get to Louisville? You get to Kentucky? You know what I'm saying? Let us know when you land or when you have your layover. And so I know now why they do that. You know what I'm saying? Like they was always heavily checking up on me. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. And then that's when, like, of course, you see what happens. Of course, everybody want to know, like, hey, you know, are you okay? You straight? You feel me? Because I said, what if I was in town that day? You know what I'm saying? Then like that happened. People would be like, oh my God, is that him? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's a crazy sight to see, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I tell everybody, man, just pray before you fly, man. Every time before I fly, man, I pray. You know what I'm saying? I pray for the takeoff. It's not the takeoff that worries me. It's the landing. It's the landing is just, I mean, I'm used to it because I fly like every couple of weeks. But it's just the landing. I don't like the landing, bro. Because, you know, it's like, you feel like they can slow down a little bit, but, you know, a plane be coming in at like 200, 300 miles an hour. So it'll be going back fast, especially when it be like raining and snow outside. I'm like, man, you might want to slow this bird down, man. I don't like it. Because sometimes they'll land gently. Some people will land like smoothly. And then sometimes they'll land hard. One dude, he landed like douche. Everybody's like, oh. Everybody's looking like, oh. I said, you know, my Negro senses kick in. When I'm asleep on the plane, I'll be forgetting I'm asleep. So sometimes you forget you in the air. You look out the window, you're like, oh, Jesus. You're like, oh, Jesus. One time, man, we landed, and I was asleep. I didn't know what was going on. I said, oh, praise be King Jesus. I jumped. I said, oh, Jesus. I thought we done crashed in the Pacific Ocean. I said, oh, Jesus. I was like, hey, man. I said, you got to let Negro know when you about to land, man. I ain't heard no flight attendants prepare the cabin for departure. I ain't heard nothing. I was like, they just douche. I woke up midway out my dream. I said, oh. I said, oh, is this the afterlife? I woke up, I said, I'm in the sky. Hold on. Yeah, I told him I can remember how many people didn't survive. I believe that was minus. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I be trying to tell the palace. I'm like, look at me trying to tell the palace how to do their job. Look, see, Steve don't like to tell. I don't like nobody telling me how to do my stuff, but I'm trying to tell them how to do their stuff. Like, I don't like nobody telling me how to run my channel, but I'm gonna tell you how to fly a plane that you went to school for. You feel me? I be looking at the palace. I'm like, can y'all slow down a little bit? Like, man, y'all going a little too fast. And then you'll see them coming in hot. I'm like, hey, man, you might want kind of, like, y'all can't come in no slower than this. Like, bro, I need y'all to go at Toyota Prius speed. Like, bro, y'all going too fast. y'all going under McLaren speed, cuz. Like, come on. So a lot of people, I was sitting next to some woman a couple of weeks ago on the plane. She has super bad, a lot of people have super bad anxiety flying, you know what I'm saying? Especially with what's going on these planes, like everybody's scared, you feel me? And so this plane ride, it's worth the takeoff, I will say, man, it was kind of, I'm used to it, but the takeoff was kind of like, because it was like swerving. I was like, hey, yo, this ain't supposed to be doing this. I said, hey, man, planes ain't supposed to swerve, it's supposed to go in one line. So it was swerving, like trying to take, what's up, bro? I said, it was swerving, trying to take off. And then we took off, and it was still swerving in the air. I'm like, bro, we not even on the ground, bro, what's it swerving, bro? What's up, bro, how you doing, man?
Are you streaming?
Yes, sir.
On YouTube?
Yes, sir.
What's
right
up?
now.
Do you remember me?
I remember you, yeah.
Okay,
I remember
what's up?
I think I was over there.
Yeah, exactly. We were right over there.
Yeah. What's your name again? I forgot your name.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Is it the same?
I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
Like you just talk and everything?
Yeah, I'm just talking, yeah. I'm just,
Yeah.
you know that plane crash happened yesterday. That's my city, so I'm just already kind of talking about it, you know what I'm saying? So,
The plane crash?
Yeah, I'm from that city, yeah. So
Really? What city was it?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, but we still out here having some good vibes, you know.
Okay. What are they saying?
I don't even know. I just got started not too long ago, so I ain't got too many people in there right now.
Whoa,
Okay. Yeah, we just chilling.
All right. Have a good night, bro.
You too, man.
Nice seeing you.
Y'all
Bye,
stay
nice
safe.
to meet you.
Let me see. Yeah, that's why I said I pray before I get on the plane. I remember a couple of months ago. No, I was like earlier this year when all them planes was falling out the sky and stuff like that. And you know, everybody was scared to fly. I mean, me, I'm just like, I don't really care. I'm just like, look, man. I said, look, God got me. I said, when it's my time, God forbid, but it'll be my time. I said, it ain't gonna be today. And I said, you know, God got me. So right when I'm about to get on the plane, man, again, I ain't knocking nobody's faith or nothing, but right when I'm about to get on the plane, there was this dude. He was in the airport first. He was praying. He's Muslim. He was right in front of me, dude. So he was praying before he got on the plane. Then right when we about to step on the plane, dude does the bow down and kissing the ground. I said, hey. I said, first off, brother, don't ever bend down in front of me, no diddy. And I said, second of all, I said, hey, brother, I'm Christian. I said, Lord Jesus, I rebuke all the prayers he just said. I said, Lord, keep him safe afloat this flight because I'm on it. I said, Lord, look, I said, hey, man. I said, brother, I'm not trying to knock what you believe, but now's not the time to be doing no Allah nothing. I said, brother, I'm praying to Christ. I said, bro, I'm praying to Christ. I said, brother, you just put us all in jeopardy. I said, nah, bro. I said, nah, man. I said, hold on, my man. I don't know how y'all do stuff over there. Y'all might bend down in front of each other like that. Don't ever bend down in front of me like that. And don't never pray to Allah in front of me either. Because I'm just like, bro, this ain't the time for Allah. This is the time for Jesus Christ. I said, brother, look, I need a Lord and Savior on this thing. Hold on. What's up, Chia? Bro, I had to pray. I was just like, I said, man, he done put us at greater risk. I said, bro. So when we sitting there, the plane is kind of rocky. I'm just like, that nigga on his Allah stuff. I said, he put us at risk. Oh, please. I said, oh, please, Father God. Please let this plane stay afloat while I'm in it. I said, oh, Lord, please let me be in the land. Please let us be okay. I was saying it too. I said, Lord, I rebuke whatever he just prayed. I said, Lord, I said, you are the one true God. I said, you are the one true Jesus. I said, Lord, don't punish us on his behalf. I said, don't punish me. I didn't do anything. So there's only one Christ, and one Lord and Savior. Bro, he was, man. I said, this boy praying to the spirit of Diddy. Right when we about, you know, you got standing close in line. We about to get on the plane. But he decided to do the whole bending down thing. I said, hey, bro, like, come on. Have a wonderful night, Sheila. Good to have you in here. Come back anytime. Yeah, that's why I said I pray if I get on them in flights, man. You feel me? Like, real talk. He says the quote of the year. I sure do remember when Jonah didn't want to go to Nineveh. I know why. Too many Negroes. That's right. Why? Hey, when you ever did something where there was a lot of Negroes, you was like, I said, Lord, there has to be another way. I said, Lord, that's got to be. I said, Lord, God said, Steve, go to Memphis. I'm like, God, I'm going to Pensacola. I'm like, no. Lord, make you go right back to Memphis. No. Oh, Lord, you know that people don't want to learn nothing from you. Like, they don't care. I said, yeah, Lord, I'm still do the work. I said, but I ain't going to live there. So I definitely ain't living there. What's up, Bill? So yeah, that's why I said there's definitely dark days, man, in the city, you know. So I talked to Mama, man. I asked Mama how she was doing. She was like, she was nearby. Like, she wasn't too far away, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody said they could see it from their door. Like, that's how big the smoke was. It was big. And so she wasn't too far away from where it happened. She was in the store with some people, and she said they went out. They thought it was a building on fire, so they said the building caught on fire. And they said, nah, that was a plane crash. You feel me? One of my friends said they heard it. They said they heard what happened. They said they heard like a big old like thud or like rumble. They was kind of in the distance. And they said they stepped outside. They put on Snapchat. They stepped outside. They was that close to the smoke. That's how like close they was. And so they said they saw like I think somebody's doorbell footage or something of it. Like it was bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, hold on, what'd I say? Oh, I was like, okay, no, I was like, I said, wait, is it Jonah? No, I done got my story mixed up. So I done messed up the analogy. But yeah, it was pretty bad out there, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I mean, it's sad to say 11 people lost their life. Hopefully that's all, you know, hopefully it ain't no more than that, because, you know, I mean, that explosion, if you seen the footage, that explosion was nothing nice, you feel me? Like, it was pretty bad, you know. So that's why I said everybody's kind of affected by it. Most people thought when they saw it, they thought it was AI, because somebody did a couple of weeks ago. We have the Louisville Slugger field there, so we have like the world's biggest baseball bat. So I thought it was real. That's why I say you can't tell what's real or not no more. This AI is getting too good. It's getting way too good. And so, you know, I look forward to see if it's real. You look at the fingers. You can tell by the fingers or the feet. You can tell like it messes up. So, you know, if it's like kind of starchy or staticky, it's AI. You know what I'm saying? That's sad we got to say that, because this AI is getting like lifelike now. So they said the bat done fell on somebody's car. It was like realistic. It looked real. And I was like, wait a minute, this is AI, you know what I'm saying? So somebody was just saying that a while ago. They said they was thinking that they was AI because of what they just saw a couple of weeks ago with the bat. And they was like, nah, this is real, man. Like, this is really real, you know? I wish it was AI. I wish this wasn't real, bro. It's sad, you know? That's why I was like, dang, man, them 11 people. Just like there's 11 people in here right now. I said them 11 people didn't know it was going to be their last day on Earth, man. Like, they had no idea when they woke up that was going to be the last time they ever went to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's SOAR AI. That's what it was. They was using SOAR AI. That stuff is like crazy real. You feel me? So that's why I said, like, man, if y'all can, like, keep up the prayers for the city, man. And people that lost their life, man. You know what I'm saying? The families too, man. Like, I know the families are definitely going through it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when the city feel it, like when people feel it in the city, the whole city gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? And so, Louisville's not really that big of a place, so everybody's definitely gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how, if anything ever happens in Louisville, word spreads fast because it's not that big. Like, everybody knows Louisville. They know what goes on there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big city, but it's not at the same time. Like, Sutton and San Antonio, it's going to take a minute because the city's huge. I said, but in Louisville, like, everybody know everybody know everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, everybody live by the airport. Like, I used to live by the airport too, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you hear them planes going over your head all the time, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't too far away from where I lived there too, so it's crazy, man. So that's why I told y'all, man, I said stuff like that really make y'all check on y'all peoples, man. Like, I be trying to tell some of these stingy Negroes, like, bro, check on your peoples, man. Like, God forbid, we not saying nothing gonna happen to them, but I'm just like, if that be the last time you talk to them and tell them that you love them, man, you want to remember that, man. You don't want to be holding no grudges with nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold grudges with people that you don't like or you don't really know. I said, don't do that with your family, man, because you only get one family, man. You know what I'm saying? I said the people didn't know that they woke up that day that their family was gonna be gone. You feel me? Like, their loved one was gonna die that day. They didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? All this is going on when it happened. They didn't know that. It wasn't like they knew what was going on. They just living their life like everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Then they got that phone call. That's the worst. It's like, bro, don't take life for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, especially if you work a dangerous profession, man. Like, do not take life for granted, man. Always have a backup plan if something happens. That's why they always ask you at work, who's your emergency contact, in case we got to contact people. Just in case something happened to you, man, because I'm like, if something happened to you, people need to know. You know what I'm saying? And if you piss off everybody in your life, man, you're going to be in trouble. Ain't nobody going to show up and come take you to the hospital or your funeral or nothing. You feel me? So that's why I said it pays to have good connections and good people. You know what I'm saying? Because just in case something happens, man, you know, they got your back. And if you leave this earth, God forbid, but if you ever leave this earth, man, you leave on good terms. You feel me? Like, so that way, if something happened to you, everybody can remember, like, hey, man, they was a nice person. Like, hey, they always loved me and cared about me, you know? If you a hell-raising Negro, I said, bro, like, nobody gonna remember you, man. You know what I'm saying? So if something happened to you, everybody gonna be like, oh, that's sad, that's tragic, but nobody gonna care, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I mean, true, yeah, don't hold grudges at all, but I'm like, if you ever gonna hold any, you shouldn't, but I'm like, if you ever hold any, definitely don't hold them against your family, bro. Like, You know what I'm saying? I can tell people out here all day I don't like him because I'm like, I don't know them. I said, but people I know, I don't do that with because I'm like, these are my people. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, I pray every time I get on the plane, pray when I get off the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be like, Lord, let these pilots know what they doing. I said, let this be the one day they not tired or something goes on or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said, like, ain't nobody got time for that, man. That's why I said I'll be aware even on the plane. I don't be playing with that stuff, man. That's why you see these people now be these crazy passengers be acting like how they acting, and guess who gets them? The civilians that be sitting next to them. Like some dude was on there, he was having he wasn't no breakdown, he was just rude. He was obnoxious, man. He was causing a nuisance on the plane for everybody. So annoying white dude, this big old black dude got up and picked him up and put him in that seat. I'm talking about this dude was big, man. He picked him up like, he picked him up, I think, by like his shirt and just like slammed him in the seat. He was like, sit down, be still. Pretty much restrained, dude. I said, yeah, we need people like that, man, because we tired of these little crazy weirdos on this plane, man. That'd be the daggone day. Ain't no nigga gonna hijack no plane. We ain't doing that. We got to land safely, man. We got families on here, man. I'm trying to go to Bahamas, man. I ain't got time for nobody trying to make a statement. Like, no, you don't. Not on flight 612. No, you don't. Then they gonna take everybody out the sky willingly. I said, no, you not, boy. I'll take his pick and jab you on your neck. I'm gonna take you out. We got, bro. We have to live. That's why I said I'm aware. I'm not stupid. I'm aware because I'm like, this ain't gonna be no day nobody won't have no mental breakdown on the plane. Won't open up the side door. And I'm like, no, you not. You open up that side door, I'm gonna kick you out there, and we're gonna shut that door. That happened a couple of years ago. Some dude, some Somalian, tried to bomb some plane. He snuck the bomb into his underwear. I don't know how he did that. But he tried to kill everybody on board. Buddy blew a hole in the side of the plane. You know who he killed? Himself. And then he flew out the plane, and they had to scrape up his remains 30,000 feet out the earth. I said, look at him go splat. Look at you. I said, failed mission. Like, bro, how you fail? I don't understand that. They said everybody lands safely. They said people had like minor injuries, but everybody lands safely. No lives was lost except his. Idiot. I saw, I know they having a ball, but you wouldn't have to life. Nigga. Like, see? That's why I said, not on this plane. I said, I'm going to be saying blood of Jesus while I'm shanking you. Blood of Jesus! I rebuke all demons in Jesus' name. Like, I just wanted to go to the Cayman Islands with my family, and you are messing us up. That's why I said, oh, Lord have mercy. I can't be in them type of situations. That's why I said, like, some people, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody just gonna try to die willingly. I said, some people gonna die fighting. I think that's what happened with one of the planes on September 11th. Like, people was not playing, dude. I think that one plane was supposed to allegedly crash to the White House or something. And I think the people jumped him or something. That's how I crashed. Ain't nobody playing that, man. So I'm like, nah, ain't nobody doing that. Like, we ain't gonna all die and you accomplish your mission. Like, we gonna die without you accomplish your mission. We ain't playing that. We playing that, man. Shoot. That's why I said, that's why I be praying. I said, Lord, give me the strength of Samson. Because I'm like, I can't always get, some people just going to be demon possessed. I said, well, Lord, give me the strength that Samson had when he killed the lion so I can kill this fool. So we can live. I said, Lord, give me grace to snap his neck real quick. Just, yeah. Like, Lord, let him not feel a thing. Just, yeah. Like, brother, I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. So I said, all you get him to do is like, hey, what's that? Look down, pow! Knock him out. Got a nigga jumping. You gotta be aware of them type of situations because I don't play that, man. I do not play no hijacking, nothing. We don't be doing that. That's why I tell people stay prepared. Don't be paranoid, but just stay safe, man. Stay aware. You know what I'm saying? That stuff annoy me, man. People be paying too much money to get on these flights, man. And people be on there trying to start stuff and fight and making threats and talking about they gonna whoop people and you're dead when you get off this plane. I'm like, nah, no, you not. What's up, Empress? How you doing? So yeah, it's but that's why I said it's the same as cars. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to make sure you're safe, man. When you driving your car, it's the same thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sad, man, you know. That's why I said transportation can be very dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Just always pray. Before I get in the car, I pray every time, man, on the highway, on the streets. I ride past somebody, man, that may have gotten in an accident or something. I pray for them. I'm just like, Lord, let them be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lord, let it not be as bad as it looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, my boy, what's good with you, man? Hold on, what is this? All this stuff started when they stopped giving food to the passengers. He said, was that a spin and a smile for me, Steven? No. This is a spin and smile for you. That's a spin. Tailspin. Da-dun, da-da-da-dun. Tailspin. Nah, but it's crazy. So yeah, man, it's just everybody got anxiety nowadays, man. Everybody has like super crazy anxiety because of what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't, but I'm like, I'm still not. I'm not paranoid, but I'm also like not paranoid either. I'm just like, bro, you got to stay safe. That's why I said we got the blood of Jesus, but I said, but we ain't stupid either. We like, bro, we have to make sure we safe. You feel me? Like. So that's why I said pray over your loved ones, man. Like when you traveling or if they traveling, pray over your kids when they go to school, man. Like that's why I said ain't nobody safe, ain't nowhere safe no more. You know what I'm saying? Like church is supposed to be the safest place of all time, man. And you gotta worry about going there. Some nut job won't come in there and do something crazy. You feel me? Like that's why I said not our church, ever. And that's the thing I like about Texas too, because Texas people do not play that. I mean, you come here if you want to, you won't leave. And I said, not our church back home either. We don't play that. I'm like, nah, because ever since that old Dylan Roof thing, I said, nah, you ain't gonna be coming to Dylan Roof enough. So don't worry, we're gonna have a couple of people sitting behind you. So if you want to act crazy, we got those on the side, those in the front. Somebody sitting behind you, got a whole podium up there with the camera up top. Somebody sitting up there. Like, ain't playing that. Be the daggone day, some little crazy little white boy think he gonna come and shoot up everything. I say, yeah, that be the day you get shot with your own gun. No, you get shot with everybody going. You want to get a round off. I said, look, black folk tired of y'all Negroes, man. We tired. We tired of Negroes, tired of white people. We ain't playing that. Everybody want to be crazy now. I'm like, no, we ain't doing that. So I said, you got to protect yourself everywhere you go with, man. That's why I said, don't even go to the store without your stuff, man. Don't go to your car without your, especially a woman. Don't ever. Like, you playing that stuff, man. That's why I say I'm like, you come here if you want to. You ain't gonna leave. Like people don't ever. That's why I said people don't never see me. They don't never see me coming. They don't never see me. You think you about to come in here and do something crazy? You don't see me on the wall like the Secret Service. I'm just sitting there. Sneak up on you, about to pull it out. Yeah. Oh, you thought you was just gonna get a couple of rounds off? Like, you're leaking. I turn this pick into a weapon. I'll turn anything to a weapon, man. I don't care. I'll turn a crayon to the most deadly weapon you've ever seen. Like Jesus Christ is Jason Bourne. Yeah. Turning Jason Bourne on the food. Right. Black Panther style. I'll be in the background. Bow. You know, it's funny. I saw a video of a dude. He said, this little younger was trying to fight this OG. OG told him, he said, bro, leave me alone. I'm not playing with you. So the younger, he's trying to be gangster, trying to mess with him. The OG took him by his neck, slammed him on the ground. Dude, he didn't beat him up. He slapped him up. I've never seen anybody get slapped up. He said, I told you to stop playing. It was these skibbity peps. I told you to stop playing with me. And you could hear it. It was far back. You could hear it too. And so dude, he said, say you sorry. He said, I'm sorry. He got beat up, oh man. That was crazy, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, hashtag 502, man. Pray for the city, man. It's crazy, man. So, yeah. I don't know, man. It's just that's why I say you hate to hear about stuff like that, man. That stuff be all up on your timeline and everything, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody reposting it, man. World Star posted, No Jumper reposted, CNN, ABC, everybody reposting it, you know what I'm saying? So you just keep seeing it. Sometimes you don't want to see that all the time. It's just like, man, I'm just tired of seeing this stuff, man. Like, it's just terrible. Terrible. You know what I'm saying? He's silly. So, that's why I do my channel, man. My channel is really just about enjoying life, loving life, all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the Bible always said tomorrow's never promised, you know. And it ain't trying to give us, God don't give us a spirit of fear. We ain't scared, but, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can go at any time, God forbid, you feel me? Like, oh, what is this? Yes, it will in a moment. That's for everybody else to debate. I don't debate that with people, man. If you don't believe in guns or protection, that's fine. Like, everybody has their own right not to believe it. I just know when you get in a situation, you're gonna wish you had one. And if not, that's everybody else's thing. I don't care. I know when I get in a situation, I got mine. I've seen people, man, be trying to debate about that and stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't debating that with you. Protect yourself at all times. That's all I tell people, man. You will let somebody go in your pocket and take your phone, so don't let somebody come and take your life. Like, don't do that. And always have self-defense too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to tell people, man, because like I said, a lot of them, man, they be like, you gotta understand, like when people are Christian, there are people that have common sense, and there's people who's just too sensitive. So they all just like, you know, they don't know how to, they think protecting yourself is wrong. It's like, no, it's not. What I said, but I thought in the word, it said he who seeks to save his life. No, that's not what that means. That's why I said, like, that's what I'm saying, like when people do the scripture, sometimes they will take it out of context. It doesn't mean you trying to save yourself. It means like, when you trying to put yourself before God, that's what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, if you willing to live for yourself more than live for God, that's what that's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or if you trying to kill everybody just because you don't like everybody, because you just want to be in an island by yourself, I said, okay, that's what that means. But when it comes to defending yourself, man, devil is a lie. Ain't let nobody take my life. Even Jesus told them fools, man, he told them to go get swords, man. Why would he tell them to go get swords? Why you think Jesus surrounded himself with 12 disciples, man? Because he knew if people had to run up on him, the 12. That's why he said, there's a time for everything under the sun. That's why when Peter took out the sword and cut the man ear off, he said, no, man, it's not time for that. Because that was time for him to go and give up his life. Before it was time for him to go and give up his life, that's what the sword was for. Like, if anybody come over here, get him. You understand, Jesus was rich, man. He walked around with money, man. He had a money bag. So they had to find ways to protect themselves, you feel me? Like, instead, they tried to throw the man off the cliff, man. They was trying to kill him, you know? But it wasn't his time to get killed. So I'm pretty sure he had to have people like security, like, hey, man, get him. Like, I'll be doggone if I'm gonna let some nigga come up and think they gonna bite me and throw me off the cliff. I said, man, I'm throwing you off at first. So I don't play that. I tell people, I said, man, there's nowhere in the word that says you gotta let somebody hurt you, man. That's not what that means. Because I'm like, think about people with family. You supposed to let somebody bust down the door and rape your children and rape your wife, and you gotta be okay with that? Absolutely not. That's why I said people took those scriptures out. They was like, well, see, you know, it says thou shalt not kill. Like, yeah, thou shalt not slide on the block. That's what that means. It don't mean you can't kill to protect yourself, man. I said some of the greatest people in the Bible, man, was mighty warriors, dude. Like David, them was killers. You know what I'm saying? Joshua, them was killers. Like, because again, they had to defend themselves, man. You got an enemy that don't like you. You ain't supposed to let nobody come and hang you. You ain't supposed to let nobody come and take your life, man. You don't do that stuff. Hold on. That's if your life gets to that point. That's what I'm saying. That's if it gets to that point. But that's why I said, he that endures to the end shall be saved. You know what I'm saying? And it said, if you go into captivity, you'll go. If you get killed with the sword, you'll get killed. It didn't say stand there and get killed. It didn't say go to jail. It said if you do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that everybody's gonna. That's why I had to tell some dude the other day, because he was saying that too. He said, what's the point of doing anything, man? He said, we all gotta die. I said, no, bro, we all ain't gonna die. There are gonna be some that do it and some ain't. I said, bro, some of us are gonna see God crack the sky, man. And I said, some probably just won't. I'm sad to say, but not everybody's just gonna make it like that. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say everybody gotta get killed, because if that was true, all the Christians in the world would be gone. They want to kill all of us. That's why I kept saying, why you think they kept saying they went into hiding? Or, you know what I'm saying, they had a special remnant where God gave his grace where, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't really be touched. You feel me? Because you can't kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? I said, you defending yourself and taking care of yourself. I said, man, that ain't got nothing. That, again, I don't even know why. I had to have this talk with people, man, because they was like, you know, they was like, but nah, like, it's not biblical to own a gun. I said, bro, nowadays, I said, back then they had swords, man. They had armies. That's the same as having a Draco. That's the same as having a sidearm, dude. I said, we not walking around flashing it on World Star and Chief Keef and it. We ain't doing that. I said, we have this for our own protection. People was like, well, nah, guns ain't built. I'm like, well, Negro, get a machete then. Go back to getting a sword. Like, what we gonna tell you? Have something to protect yourself, man. You got a wife and children. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I said that's a very unsafe person to be around. If I was a woman, I would feel very unsafe around a Negro, man, who ain't got no protection to protect us. Those are the dudes you see on movies when somebody break in the house, he's hiding behind his wife. He's like, honey, go downstairs and check it out. Like, they going downstairs, check it out. No protection, no weapon, no nothing. I'm like, what you gonna do when you get down there and find the robbers? Hey, what are you doing in here? And guess what they gonna do? Tie you up and your wife up and have they wait with both of y'all and probably kill you in the end. I said, I ain't gonna be no going down trying to see. I said, man, I'm busting down trying to see who in here. I don't care who it is. Who is in here? And that's why I said in Texas, they don't play that. See, people in Texas, they want you to break in their house. They want you to break in their car because everybody got it. They want a right to do something to you. Like, I don't know about them old soft other states where they try to take your rights away. They don't want to play that here. If they ever do give up firearms, Texas is going to be the last state, I promise you. Ain't nobody giving up their firearms. White people ain't, black folk ain't, Mexicans ain't either. Ain't nobody giving it up. And for good reason. And that's why I said, like, it's crime here, but I said, but some of the basic crimes is a lot less here. Ain't nobody gonna really run up and mug you because everybody's scared you got one. And then they scared that the person standing next to them got one. And then they scared that somebody across the street got one. Like, everybody's scared because somebody got them. You feel me? That's why you don't see a lot of, like, robberies like here because people know, like, everybody's packing. Everybody got it. Over in California, they know you ain't got it because it's against the law for real, so they know you ain't got it, so they gonna run up on you all day. You know what I'm saying? But here, they don't do that. They know not to. That's why I said people stupid. They ain't that stupid. They love their life. They ain't trying to get lit up like Swiss cheese. They ain't trying to be over. Hold on one second. Shoot, Texas the best state to be in, boy. I mean, as I said, if that's the way people view it, man, that's the way they view it. All I know is when I go to the word, literally every time something happened, they had to fight and protect themselves, man. And they tried to kill Samson too. Remember, it said Samson killed 1,000 Philistines with a donkey jawbone. And then they tried to kill him again. And what he did, throw the fence on the people. He threw the walls on the people, you feel me? And then at the end, when it was over, he broke down the temple walls and killed everybody, you feel me? That's why I said I don't argue people about protection. If that's fine, man. If you want to get diddy, if people want to get diddy, that's fine. Like, that's up to you. Some of us don't want to get diddy. I don't want to get diddy because I got to sit there and let some dude take control and be like, hey, man, well, you know, it's the word. I can't fight back. Like, absolutely not fight back. That means I'm willingly participating in this act. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? I said, devil is a lie, man. If I go out on the street and see a woman getting attacked, I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, well, you know, that's God's will. She can't fight back. Absolutely not. I'm going to kill that Negro. Like, bro, I'm not going to let some woman get her innocence taken because I'm trying to be deep. Like, nah, man. If I see somebody trying to go on my wallet in my pocketbook and be like, well, nah, I got to let him do it. No, I don't got to let you do that. No, that's my rent money. I need to live. I'm going to hurt you over it. Like, nah, I don't play that. That's why I said people get a little too saved to realize, like, what reality is. That's why people get saved and think that they don't have to. You still live a human life. There's still certain things you cannot do. You still have to go to the doctor. You still got to go get checked up. God told us to take care of his body. You can be Christian all day if you want to. If you eat pig all day, you're going to get sick. You're going to end up with diabetes and high blood pressure and stuff. Like, just because you're Christian does not make you immune from getting sick. It doesn't make you immune from getting locked up. You don't pay your taxes to the IRS. They coming to get you. They don't care nothing about your God or Yahweh or nothing. They don't care about none of that. Even Jesus told them. He said, they was like, Lord, is it good to pay taxes? And Jesus said, look whose face is on the coin. Caesar's, okay, give to Caesar what's due to Caesar. Because even Jesus understood the importance of living a human life. You still got to pay taxes. You still got to work. I wish it worked that way. I would tell the IRS to screw it. I still got to work. Still got to pay taxes. Doesn't matter how much I'm saved. It don't matter how much they know Darby. They come and lock you up. They don't care nothing about that, man. So believe when I tell you that don't work on them. I was like, one people I know it don't work on. It don't work on them. But it's showing you how serious it, even Jesus said, hey, man, this is serious. Like, living this life is serious. Like, yeah, we working to get to the heavenly life. I said, but right now you live this earthly life. That's why Daddy always preached. He said, if that was all that mattered, he said, God would have killed you when he saved you to take you to heaven. And that's it. He said, he got you here for a reason. And while you're here for a reason, you still got to live a human life. We got to pay rent. I don't want to pay rent, man. I hate rent, dude. We got to pay it. God don't want you out here on the street broke. We still got to eat food. God don't want you out here starving, malnourished, man. Like, God wants you to still take care of yourself. You feel me? That's why I said they be listening to these old weird spiritual weirdo Negroes, man, trying to give the word on everything that don't know what they be talking about. And so they telling anybody, if you got money, then it's a sin. No, it's not. Everybody in the Bible have money, man. He said Joseph and Moses was freaking pharaohs, man. Like, what do you think pharaohs are broke? They had money. David was a king, bro. They had money. Jesus had money, man. Like, they all had money, dude. They was all businessmen. They had businesses, man. They were politicians, man. They were judges. They were tax collectors. They were fishermen. They were Jesus was a carpenter. Like, everybody had an occupation, man. Jesus wasn't lazy walking around. He was a carpenter. You feel me? So I say everybody want to do this all like, well, it said, you know, Jesus was peaceful. And it also said Jesus went in the temple and started beating them when he found out they were selling stuff. Jesus went and beating them with the stuff and turned the tables over. Jesus was in there WWE and Raw SmackDown Negroes, man, because they in there doing wrong, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a breaking point. That's why I said I be trying to tell everybody Jesus ain't soft. It said, bro, when he come back as a roaring lion. Ain't no soft, effeminate man coming back. He said he coming back serious. That's why I said people better get serious with this life, man. They better understand. Let's how Jesus coming back. Everything all fluffy dolls, and that's the same people that believe in the rapture. The same people that thought they was gonna be out of here. Wasn't gonna be no 2015. We're gonna be out of here by 2009 or so. Trying to predict when the rapture's gonna happen. And look at these idiots. You got some idiot talking about God's coming back on September 25th through the 27th. He couldn't even know the date. That's why he had to say through the 25th or the 27th. He didn't know. And now we here in November freaking almost 6th. I'm like, hey man, how your rapture working out? How your rapture? One dude got on, I sold my car and everything. I said, that's what you get. Now somebody else is enjoying it. I said, your car got raptured. There ain't nowhere to be found. Oh my gosh, boy. Hold on. What is our purpose here that you think? Our purpose is to do God's will. Like I said, God puts, I don't know all the meaning of being here. Like I said, sometimes I ask myself, I say, God, why you bring us here? But it's for a reason, man. God brought us here for a reason. And whatever your gift and your talent is, that's what has got you here. Like, my thing is music. My thing, God moves through me through the music. I make a heavenly, beautiful sound. So God uses my music to bring him glory and bring him praise. And it reaches other people. That's why everybody's like, hey, man, they was like, your music just makes me feel some type of way. I said, it's because it's the Holy Spirit in the music, man. Everybody understands that's my gift. We all here to do God's will, man. And maybe there's another reason that we hear that we don't know. That's probably a special mission or a special thing that we don't know about, man. Like I said, that God has us here for. We don't know. I mean, I don't know the Father's mindset. Like I said, he know what he's doing. I don't really know what God's doing, but he knows. You know. What's up, Mike? Well, you got to ask yourself that question, man. What's his will for you? What do you feel like that you're here for? That's why I said I ask everybody. I'm just like, what do you feel like you're here for? Whatever you're doing, whatever you feel God is speaking to you, that's probably what he's speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said everybody's not called to be a pastor. Some people are called to be certain stuff. Like I said, I'm not a pastor. I'm a musician. So that's my thing. Some people are good at art. He moves through them through the art. Some people are good at creating stuff. Like that's how he moves through them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Like I said, I don't even get over here talking like it because I'm not trying to preach, and I definitely don't want to preach. So I try not to really talk about a lot of that stuff. But it's always good to have a couple of questions, you know what I'm saying? Because I've had a lot of people come over. You wouldn't believe I had a lot of people over here, man. They was just like, is it lawful to protect yourself? I'm like, yes. Like, oh my gosh, bro. I said, yes, you have to protect yourself, man. Like, you have to take care of yourself. God wants you to do his will, man. You can't do his will if you're dead. You feel me? Like, because people think because you're saved ain't not supposed to happen to you. I said, devil is alive, bro. Stuff can happen to people all the time. And that's why I told him, I said, if you look in the Bible, I said, bro, like, these people were called. I said, but they still got attacked, man. It said David slew lions, man. Samson slew lions. Like, there was wild animals trying to attack them. They still had to defend themselves. They could have said, well, I got to let the bird eat me. It's God's will. No, it's not God's will. They get eaten by a bird. Like, no, it ain't, bro. Yeah, some people just don't know, man. That's why I said it's crazy. So that's why I said I don't get off me. I don't get into depth about that or argue with people about that. I'm like, if you don't believe in protecting yourself, that's fine. Just your family gonna be mad at you if you ever get in a situation. I'm trying to tell you, man. I could not imagine sitting there with my family getting tied up in my house by some strangers and letting them have their way with my children and my wife and me, and I'm sitting there watching and can't do nothing about it. I refuse to let that happen. I refuse. That ain't God's will. Like, it's definitely not God's will to let your family get assaulted. Absolutely not. That's why I was known back in the day. If somebody tried to do something to your wife, I said you had a right to get them. Like, they wasn't gonna hold that sin against you. And I said, and it's the same as now, because you break into somebody's marriage. Cause ain't no just when you found your wife was sleeping with old boy that was supposed to be your friend. It's just, well, just go that way and send them. Well, like, nah, bro, I'm gonna whoop you. Like, bro, you just left my wife, I'm gonna whoop you. I'm not just gonna let you get like, nah. You broken our sacred covenant. Like, nah, bro, you got to pay for that. Like, nah. Said God said I'm justified, rightfully so, because I gave up my life. I gave up my life and my freedom for her. And I'm like, if you violate that sacred bond, like, homie, I'm about to do something to you. Like, I don't play that. Oh. So yeah, man, just, like I said, now we smart. Don't get yourself into situations, you know what I'm saying? Like when the Bible's talking about like thou shalt not kill, it's talking about exactly what these drill Negroes are doing. Like we ain't walking around smoking blood and crip and ops and all that. We don't do that stuff, man. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't looking for people like I don't like them because they white, I don't like them because they black. And like what these white people doing, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But somebody's trying to break in our house, somebody's trying to kill us. It's like we're not just gonna sit here and let you do that. Like absolutely not. Like, if that was true, there'd be no such thing as the criminal justice system. There would be no such thing as police, security, FBI, CIA, none of it. I said every country has their own government. Every country has their own army. Like, you have to protect yourself. You feel me? Like, you have to make sure that you okay. You know what I mean? But, again, that's everybody's. I don't even get into that with people. If you don't believe it, that's fine. Just know when it comes time, most people going to wish they did. And that's why a lot of these women ain't stupid no more either, because they getting tired of getting assaulted, man. That's a scary feeling as a woman walk out of the door and know that some weird Negro watching you trying to take your innocence. Like, And so now these women are some of the biggest gun carriers. So. Ugh. Hold on, what is this? Hold on, who's texting? But yeah, just stay safe. It's getting chilly out here. 68 degrees. It's getting a little chilly. Feeling chilly tonight. Came out here with a tank top. But yeah, man, I don't know. But yeah, this stream is really about the whole Louisville thing, man. I wasn't even trying to talk about that. That's why I said I don't even like talking about that type of stuff on here, because people be thinking you preaching, man. They already try to make me into a pastor. Like, I don't like it. I don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about the word, we talk about some stuff, but I don't get up here preaching because I don't know everything, and I don't want to know everything, man. I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not called to be a leader to men like that. I'm not called to preach to you. I'm just called to do the music. That's it. That's all you're going to get. But yeah, I ran into some dude today, man. Hey, man. I ran into a homie today. You know, it's the first person I ran into in San Antonio that like knows us, like knows me. I was getting my gas today, man. I was on my way to the little place. I was getting my gas. And so it was a black brother, man. He turned around. He said, he was walking out. He said, hey, man, I know you. And I said, I know. When I heard that, I said, oh, man. I said, oh, what you know us from? I said, what you know us from, cuz? He was like, I don't know you. He said, but I know you, though. He said, I know your daddy, man. He said, hey, man. Bro, dude was happy, y'all. You guys, that dude was happy, bro. Dude was so happy. Bro, he didn't care if he was loud in the gas station. That homie was happy. He said, bro. He said, hey, man. He said, your father changed my life, man. Hey, man, homie was happy. Hey, man. He said, yeah, you the son, right? I said, yeah, I know. I said, right at the face. That's how you know. He said, hey. He said, hey, man. He said, bro, it was a message he said from daddy. I can't remember. It was the deliverance or something. It was, I can't remember. I think it was the day of deliverance or something. Like, I can't remember what it was. But he was like, he said, hey, man, your father. He said, bro, that message changed my life, bro. He said he was happy. He said, bro, he said, it just made my day, man. Your father changed my life, man. He said, I'll watch you too, homie. He said, I'll watch you too, man. He said, I'll watch your video you did about him. And he was respectful. He said, my fault, man. I didn't mean to bring it up. I said, nah, bro, it's good. Like, are you respectful? He said, y'all watch your video you did about him, man. He was like, man, that changed my life, man. He said, your music. He said, bro, he was more happy about my music than me. He said, bro, you got to put your music out there, man. I said, I do, man. I got it on a couple of platforms. He said, bro, he said, what's that song you be? Everybody be asking me the songs I be playing at church. I said, bro, I don't even know. It was a long time ago. He said, bro, I got to show you. He said, the song you was playing, he said, bro, that touched my soul, man. He said, that was so good. He said, man, bro was happy. He gave me a hug and everything. He said, bro, man, it's the Holy Spirit, man. He said, I'm so happy. Hey, bro, he's happy. Hey, man, homie was so happy, man. He said, bro, take my contact info. I said, I got you, man. I said, I got you, man. Don't worry. And he said, no, he's up for real, man. He said, you just don't understand, man, bro. I'm talking about dude was so happy. He couldn't sit still. And so even the gas clerk told me, she said, you must be pretty popular. I was like, woman, if you only had any idea, if you had any idea what your life could be like, no, I'm saying, listen. Yeah, he did, man. Homie was so happy, man. He was just... Aaron, go shut up, man. Nobody want to hear that, dude. Had enough of your weird questions. Stop all that, boy. You ain't deep. It's always a weirdo, man. Like, go on somewhere, man. You ain't affecting nobody. You an idiot watching me. Just these weird questions you giving me. What's up, Dev? What's good with you, boy? You got some spiritual weirdo in here. See what I mean? It's always one every once a blue moon. They do no damage. That's probably old offended boy, the old weirdo I had to throw out here and made a video on me because he's offended. It's probably him. It's always one of y'all little loser niggas. Like, why you think you want to come over here and tell me something? I don't want to hear what you got to say, man. You should know Steve don't listen to nobody. You ain't deep. That's why I say y'all be losers trying to comment what y'all think. Like, boy, it ain't gonna change nothing. You ain't change your own life. That's why you over here. Bro, you ain't no brother seeking righteousness. You an idiot. Go on somewhere. You thought of all days to come into my live stream and seek righteousness over here. Like, boy, if you don't get elsewhere and go on somewhere. I do you one favor. Oh, shoot. Just knock my earring off. I do you one favor. If ain't no righteousness over here, go on. By dealing with y'all weird niggas. That's how you know you stupid, when you come over here and do that type of stuff. Made your father into an idol, and yet you watching his son, you Jamook. Why you over here, porch monkey? Go on somewhere. Man, I can't find the bag, bro. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. That's why I said, y'all niggas be lame. Y'all think y'all the first type of weirdo people around here. And then y'all see what I'm saying? People didn't like me saying spiritual weirdo, and then we got one in here. It's some stupid spiritual weirdo. It's happening right in front of y'all face, people. I know I be saying stuff for a reason. It's always one of these old dumb idiots. No power having weirdos. I'm supposed to be talking about Louisville tonight. I ain't talking to you about what you think you talking about, old weirdo. Nah, you ain't got to throw them yet. That's what I said. Just go. I'm just showing you how much power they got. They ain't got none. These niggas are weird. Damn, I think I broke my ear. I think I broke this thing. I don't care who you is. You can be mad all you want to. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Just like Destiny Ministries, niggas been talking on us for 20-something years and still ain't did nothing about it. And that's why we still doing good. Pastor Dark been dead for about 8 years and we still doing good, if not even better. So believe me when I tell you, man, the word of a weirdo is not gonna do nothing. And that's why they be on YouTube watching me, man. A bunch of freaking Nancy boy weirdos, man. A Negro seeking righteousness, but he watching me though. Out of all nights. That's probably one of them weirdos that be in the background that never say nothing when I'm over talking about y'all talk and say something. That's why I know that they come up with these old stupid questions. I was like, hold on, bro, these questions are stupid. Why you asking me these questions? I'm not defending yourself. Like, bro, why wouldn't you want to defend yourself, you stupid idiot? Like, I said, I know why, because you been listening to that little weirdo that was talking on me. Just a PSA, ladies, don't date this guy. He ain't gonna protect you. I saved you. Nah, you keep your God bless you. God is blessing me. I don't need you to say that. And after the comments you made about my father, you ain't preaching nothing to nobody, boy. Don't try to come over here and do this passive aggressive stuff. You a weirdo. And your mama's a weirdo and your daddy's a weirdo, so beat it. You can tell your mama to watch me though. Maybe she'll like me more than you. Cause you sound stupid too. You ain't just sound stupid, you are stupid. You see what I mean? This old passive aggressive little weird Negroes. And now y'all see why I said I like people that don't know Darby. Because you get these type of weird idiots over here. Like, y'all niggas are so stupid, man. Y'all ain't changing jack. Can't even change your own life. That's why you watching Darby and then you watching his son in the first place, man. You old freaking weirdo. Weird Negroes. This nigga said, I'm trying to see if what he preach reach you. What does that even mean? What does that even mean, dude? I know why he's over here, because that old little freaking weirdo that was talking on me sent him probably. He ain't gonna do nothing about it, just like he ain't did nothing about his mama or his life. He ain't did nothing. And that's probably a nigga that live in Mississippi somewhere in a scumbag or somewhere. Like, you see how stupid you gotta be? Like, oh my gosh, man. And then y'all see why y'all think I just be talking when I say I want a new channel with no people on it like that. I said that's why. And I got another channel with nobody over here like that over here. He can spiritually sound me. What's that gonna do? I don't care if somebody was even deeper than me spiritually or not. That's not a competition. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That ain't gonna stop nothing. That ain't gonna face nothing. I don't care about it. I'm like, bro, I don't care what you got to say. You know why? You know what I noticed at the end of the day? You over here on my channel watching me. That's what you see how they always want to come up with it. Well, see, I was just trying to say God bless you. Like, God is blessing me, you idiot. I don't need you to say that. He was blessing me way before you came over here. Your little whack, stupid questions. Like, boy, you got gone somewhere. That's one. Remember I told y'all, see, y'all thought I was just talking the other week about spiritual weirdos, about how, like, people was just talking about, like, you got to let somebody sit there and do something to you. Look what he said. Well, how do you know in the end that's not what God wants you to do? You're supposed to just let somebody do something to you. I said, okay, well, if you want somebody to violate you, that's fine. And they be like, well, nah, no need. I wasn't trying to say it like that. No, you know what I was doing? I wasn't trying to say it like that. I was just like, nah, you was trying to say it like that. You can't size me up spiritually, stupid. That's not a competition. I would beat you literally and spiritually. You can't win with me, bro. That's why I said I know it when I see it. That's why I said when they started asking these questions, I noticed the first question. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and say this. Because I knew it. I said, I'm going to go ahead and say this because I know what type of person this is. And then they keep coming. He said, I'm trying to see if you live what your father preached. But the Negro, he literally just said, he was just like, y'all made Darby an idol. So why do you care if we live in what he preached for, you stupid idiot? Yep, and guess what happens? And when it comes time for Christian persecution, I guarantee you somebody like him ain't going to be the first one on the front line. I promise you. But he's going to be hiding under his mama's bosom. Like, you know you dumb, right? That's why I said, you see how stupid tells on stupid self? You know you stupid when you do stuff like that. You just all type of stupid. And then people have a problem with me saying weirdo. Like, yep, that's why I say weirdo. Look. Hey, you, how you doing? You doing all right? All right. Hey. Got the white girl there. I'm doing well, Aaron. How you doing? Yeah, you see why I say I don't argue with people. I'm like, dude, I'm not arguing with you. And guess what they do about it? Absolutely nothing. What you gonna do? Clip what I said and go put it in your little whack video? They ain't gonna get no views? Okay, whatever. I try to tell everybody, I said, you can do whatever, clip my sayings, do whatever. When you stand before me in my face, say that same thing you said. And I would have Negroes shook. And that's why I said the guy today, he was cool. So I didn't have to worry about that because he came respectful. Had he not been respectful, then that would have been a showdown. But he came respectful. And the thing I liked about him was he didn't just mention who my father was. He mentioned what he liked me for, too. He's like, brother, music, man. He knew it was my thing. He was talking about how much he loves the music. I said, I can appreciate somebody who appreciates you, not just for who your people is. You feel me? I'm like, it's so weird. I'm like, you can't. I told you, we're not doing that on this channel, man. We're not doing that on spiritual sizing up over here. We don't do that. Go to that other weird Negro channel. He want people just like you because he is that stupid idiot like you. That's probably who sent him. You know how many times people come over here talking about, you got witches and one? Like, man, I don't care about none of that. They ain't got no power. They ain't did nothing about nothing. God Almighty fights for me. And every time a witch and a weird Negro pray on me, God just blesses me in return, man. You Negroes are powerless, man. I wish it worked for your situation living in that hood of yours. Nigga living in dirtbag Mississippi. I wish it worked for you. Go do your voodoo over there to get some money. Why you worry about what Steve doing? You stupid idiot. And yet niggas, I don't like your delivery. Well, nigga, I don't like people like you. Now y'all see why I get these random people out here, man? Because I don't want no stupid spiritual weirdo in here like that. Like, boy, go to Bible study and learn. Why you coming over here? You ain't got no Bible study over here. We ain't doing that. I got an A Steve Affirmations channel. Go over there and do that. It needs some of the traction. Go over and do that. You don't want to do it over here. You want to come on the one thing we not doing it on. Just like, you see, and they telling themselves. That's why I said stupid tells on stupid self. And then you see why I don't like people that know my daddy like that, because look what they do. Look what they do. You see how they always, well, I'm not trying to say, that's how the other little weirdo said that. He sent this old little minion over here talking about, well, no, see, the guy, he didn't say it like that. See, you're just, not everybody's a weirdo. I didn't say nothing about weirdos in my post. And he said that. I said, so that's what your buddy had an issue with. Because he's a freaking weirdo and sent his little gay lapdog over here to say something to me. That's why I said, like, no, I'm starting to think of stuff like borderline homosexual. Because I'm like, Negroes be acting funny. They sending other Negroes come get at you. Or now they trying to at you with what they don't like, trying to be a Negro trying to be passive aggressive to another man. I think that's really gay. I think that's just super gay. Negroes are straight up. We like, hey, bro, I don't like what you did. Or, hey, man, what's up? They coming to you trying to be passive aggressive. Like, that's what the opposite sex do to each other. You feel me? Like, we don't do that to other men. We don't do that. And I was like, oh my gosh, man, what weenies. I couldn't imagine being in their shoes. Sucks. Well, that's because they dumb, man. That's why I said they be stupid. We over here talking about Louisville and talking about what's going on. Nigga come over trying to ask questions about defending yourself. And I'm like, well, bro, if you don't believe in defending yourself, fine. If you want to see your mama get mugged and robbed, I said, fine, you do that. I ain't gonna watch mine get mugged and robbed, so that's up to you. That's why y'all seen me. I was like, I know they was gonna go there because I know people like it. They'll take it there like, well, no, I see the word says. I'm not arguing with you about the word, boy. Keep all your scriptures because I ain't listening to none of it because that ain't what the scripture means. And that's why you got some idiot online talking about God's gonna punish me and do something to me. And look what God does, just blessed everything. Because this idiot didn't know what he's talking about. He still don't. That's why his channel's dead. Because he don't know what he's doing. Oh my gosh, man, I had it with you spiritual weirdo idiots, man. Remember, I told y'all it's a war on the weirdo. See, I told you, I said, somebody gonna come in here soon weird again. Guess what happened? They came in weird. And this is why I say I don't like talking like this over here. Because, again, people think that you're preaching. I'm not preaching. I'm not foreseeing anything. I just know Negroes. I know how people are. It's just like, you can't be this stupid, man. Oh, my God, you can't be this stupid. And, yeah, you go clip what I said. And tell anybody that don't like me, tell them I said it, too. I said it, too. Clip what I said and play it in your latest vlogger and see if you get views. It ain't gonna do nothing. That ain't stopping my heart rate, and it definitely ain't stopping my bank account, so it ain't gonna stop anything. That's why I had to tell the other homie, man, because like I said, he's cool, but I had to tell him, I said, bro, like, because he was kind of getting a little weird with that too. I said, hey, man, like, stop doing that. Because I said, bro, you taking it a little too far. Like, bro, we ain't just supposed to want to die. Like, we don't do that stuff. He kept saying, what's the use of doing anything? Like, nah, man, we just got to sit there. Like, no, we don't. I said, bro, we don't have to sit here and die. That's not what God told you to do. If it was true, he'd have killed you when you got saved. If that was all that mattered, we was going to die. Well, he was like, I'm just going to kill you now. I said, see, you ain't got no hope for tomorrow. See, he don't know nothing. So, of course, he's new to this. So he think that's the way it is. I said, no, bro, it's not the way it is. And so even people that was around me was agreeing with what I was saying. They was like, yeah, they say that's the way it goes. And so he was like, oh, that makes sense now. I said, yeah, bro, because see, when you don't know nothing, you get extreme. And you come in like this old dumb idiot, come in talking about we can't defend ourselves. I said, well, I beg to differ. I said, who you think Goliath was, man? Did it not say David stoned Goliath, dude? Did it not say that? He just passively, aggressively talked to him. That's why I said it'd be the same areas in Goliath's face, man. Goliath would have ate them, man. Literally. When it ended up in the human stew, just like, hey, well, I'm warning you, don't do this. And that's why you think it said Goliath mocked them and he mocked God? Because he seen them Negroes wasn't serious or nothing. All they did was sit there and talk. Oh, man, I don't like that nigga, but he's too big, though. And he came out every day challenging them and blaspheming and all that, and they didn't do nothing. And they didn't do nothing about it. Imagine a Negro keep blaspheming the name of your Lord, and he's joking on y'all, and y'all sit right there too scared to face him. I'm like, look, somebody gonna have to take one for this. I'm like, I can't sit here and listen to him blaspheme the name of the Lord and keep on talking about us. Dude was out there throwing your mama jokes, and they sitting there just like, oh, this cool. So David was the only one that was like, man, I'm tired of dude. Because he was like, how y'all just going to sit here and let dude do this? And that shows you the warriors in the field were talkers. They just talked. Just run their mouth like your local Negroes do. Run their mouth, passive aggressive. And now I'm a pray for you. Like, don't pray for me. I don't need you to. The Lord's already doing it. You ain't doing me no favor, Jamook. Like, get on there and pray for your fat mama. Don't pray for me, boy. Yeah, I say your fat mama. Yeah, since you want to talk about people, I say, yeah, I'm gonna talk about you. They whole family members, man. They be in a hellish war zone. They sit here trying to pray for me, and you praying for the wrong person. You trying to reach the wrong person. I'd even seen today, man. This stuff even pop up on my timeline. These old dumb Hebrews like Negroes. They popped up on my timeline. They was talking about, yeah, there's gonna be a. I think somebody did like a hoax video, like, yeah, there's gonna be a war against Drewski. I'm like, you act like Drewski, Kurt. And so I go to the comments because I said, I know there's gonna be somebody here serious. Most of the comments I sat to, everybody's like, man, shut up. But one dude's in there, he's like, give the word, I'm ready. I said, nigga, you can't even go to war with your Memphis niggas killing everybody. How you gonna go to war against some celebrity? Don't be trying to hop on the bandwagon now and try to do something to white people and some celebrity because they make fun of your clique and your band. I said, boy, go do that to the Negroes killing us out here. Go do it to them. So you ready to go to war over a famous comedian because he said something about your little crappy organization, but the Negroes out here dropping your Hebrew people, you won't go to war for. You stupid idiot. You stupid bald-head, thick-beard Negro. That's why I said, don't be scared of them, y'all. If they walk up on y'all, they're going to do is talk y'all to death. That's going to be the new way. Talk you to death. He talking about give the word, I'm ready. What you going to do? Put your gear on and go out there and holler. Go have an assembly line, and that's it. I said, oh my gosh, I know Girl Scouts were better fighters than them. Yeah, nobody listen to them. That's why they come over here because they think we stupid. They think like, oh, y'all rooted in the word, so we listen to everything. No, we don't. If it's anything, we don't listen to nothing. And remember, you gotta repent and see, no, you're going to hell. And see, like, well, okay. I beg to differ and see what God does. You're praying on your downfall so bad, and look what happened to them. They get judged. I bet they was hoping something happened to Moses, and guess what? Miriam turned white. Look at it, stupid. Keep talking. He got put out the camp for about a week. That's what happened when you talk too much. That's why I said, go fight off ICE, man. Go fight off these killers. Go fight off the Klan. And there was people in the comments. They said, why don't y'all get together when the Klan come? Why y'all scared? I'm gonna get together on Drewski, the old famous comedian that's making satire. And I said, it wasn't even satire to me. It was accurate. That's literally how they act, boy. He got y'all down to the T. See how y'all don't like somebody making y'all look stupid, but that's literally how y'all act because y'all are stupid. See how stupid? Can't even recognize it? That's literally how you act. Talking about there's a war. I'm like, and guess a war, you ain't gonna do nothing. I have not seen one Hebrew throw no hands, dude. Y'all getting ripped out there on the corner by white people that know the word. I seen it today. Another white man schooled him at the word. I'm just like, y'all just can't do anything right, man. Like, oh my gosh, bro. You just can't do nothing right. You can't do anything. You can't protect the women. You can't protect the children. You can't protect the community. You can't do anything. Like, you like suck at everything. How is that possible? Like, dang. All this going on, man. The holidays is coming up. Oh, this is great community work. Go give out them turkeys. Nah, it's pagan. Yeah, it's pagan because y'all ain't got $200. That's why. There's some people in Louisville that just lost a lot of stuff, man. A lot of areas got damaged by that explosion. Go out there and give to them people. Nah, they don't want to do that. There ain't gonna be no Hebrews like giving out no nothing. Watch when Steve Jr. make his skit on these old weird foods, these old fat niggas. Now they gonna come out. I don't like. I've been talking about them for a long time. They ain't said nothing. They came over and had their words, and they ain't over here no more. Like, where's the IUC or whatever they is? They ain't nowhere. And when they show up, if they ever do show up, they gonna sit there and talk. And hey, man, and I seen somebody in the comments, this old dumb woman, she said, nah, Drewski need to repent because he's talking about my people and they the people of God. And she was trying to say, if you talk about them, then you going against God. You know, these Negroes always do that. Like, if you go against me, you going against God. No, you're not. Y'all not God's people, you stupid idiot. You're not God's people. God has a certain race. I said he has a certain people. I said, but his people is the one that got his mark. They got his will. Got somebody out there talking about some bunch of homeless apes out there. Don't mean they going against him. Like no, they just not. They not. Oh, y'all don't even believe in the real stuff. Like, dude, y'all just y'all still hollering about Esau. You got bigger problems to frighten Esau, buddy. Worry about that granny of yours, man. You know, Hellraiser that got everybody in the family going to hell. You sitting there worried about Esau. Esau ain't got nothing to do with your bloodline. Weird. That's why I said you better be glad I'm not out there. I'll do y'all worse service than these white people is. I'll do you a way worse service. Oh my gosh, it's all types of stupid. Nah, they ain't defending our people. That's why I said they ain't no different than the white supremacists, man. These are all white supremacists called niggas. That's what. That's why I said I trust them Muslim cats, them Black Panthers. Like they actually mean what they say. These Negroes don't. The girl talking about give the word. I'm ready to go fight. Like, dude, you can't even. But yeah, give the word to Memphis too. Yeah, Memphis needs y'all. St. Louis do too. Why is it the worst cities in the United States is where our nigga people are and y'all ain't nowhere to be found? Zone 6 in Atlanta is terrible. Louisville, Kentucky's averaging 200 homicides a year with all you little Negroes and y'all ain't nowhere to be seen. I've not seen them in Louisville at all. Now I think about it, I've not seen them once. I don't even know where they at. Drewski talk, now they all want to show up. Then they got this old AI image of God talking some Bible verse. When he said that, I was like, nah, that ain't even what that means. I said, no, Drewski ain't mocking God. He's mocking you niggas. Just like I'm not mocking God, I'm mocking y'all. Because y'all stupid. Y'all don't speak for the Most High. You know, they always try to say, like, you mocking God. Like, no, I'm mocking you. Don't put God in this. A God that you barely even believe anyways. Y'all think y'all gods of the earth. Remember, I told you, that's what they said, we gods of the earth. Now, wonder they talking about you mocking God because they think that they God. Got a bunch of Jay-Z's out here. Jay-Z's and Kanye West, man. Oh, weird Negroes. You God, but you can't even take control of the corner, you old broke nigga. Like, man, please. Smelling like salmon. No stinky Negroes. I've been riding them niggas out for a whole year and told them to come do something about it, man. Ain't one of them showed up yet. Ain't one of them did nothing yet because they ain't got no power. They ain't did nothing to no white people. They ain't did nothing to no woman. They ain't did nothing except holler. That's why I said, I'm like, no, I agree with Drewski because I said when I make my skit, it's going to be way worse than Drewski's. Ain't gonna be no parody. It's gonna be really how y'all niggas act. That's the only time I'd rather choose white people over y'all, bro. I'm not even playing, man. I can't stand you Negroes. Them was the ones that got their feelings hurt when I called them spiritual weirdos. They got their feelings hurt and went over to this old little weird Hebrew niggas channel. And this is their spokesperson. This is their spokesperson. Some passive aggressive effeminate nigga sitting there talking with, nah, we got anything like that. I was like, that's it? No Booker T. Washington, no Mark Henry or nothing. Like, you got these type of niggas. Like, really? I seen the dude arguing with the dude on the corner. He was a big old black dude. He was sitting there arguing with some little white boy. And he was getting mad, but he wouldn't throw no hands, wouldn't do nothing. Just sitting there, no, see? Because the scripture says, I'm like, these logically. Y'all can't fight literally or logically. Like, oh my gosh. And yet when the police is over harassing people in Philadelphia, guess who showed up? The Black Panther Party. And guess who stood their ground against the police? The Black Panthers. And guess who went out there, a one-man army against the police? A black man. That was a Black Panther. And everybody was like, we need these people. We don't need these other little weird homeless niggas. We need these people. I was a nigga that want to tell you what you doing, what God gonna do. You mocking God now. Now you need to repent. You ain't called to tell nobody that. That's why I don't worry. That's why they be standing by talking about, I'm warning you, son, the Lord gonna do something, God gonna do something to you a whole year later. I'm like, okay, well, look at me. Yeah, the Lord did do something. It's called blessings and favor. Because God don't need no freaking Hebrew Israelite, man, to tell you nothing. Why you gonna use somebody who think that they gods of the earth to tell you something? Make it make sense. Right. And some of them, they said even some of the Hebrews thought it was funny. They was like, they kind of liked it because it was bringing attention to them. Because all they do is care about attention. You feel me? And not all of them are bad. Don't get me wrong. Not all of them are bad, but I don't care. I said it's the ones that they don't deal with. Just like not all white people are bad, but y'all racist Negroes you won't deal with. I said, okay, well, there's going to be a problem. Like, that's how it is. Not all Negroes are bad, but the ones you won't deal with, there's going to be a problem. So it's the same thing. Nobody got time for that, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they migrate to this channel. I'm like, you should know I don't care about anything like that. Like, boy, please. We dealing with tragedy in Louisville, Kentucky right now, man. 11 people done died, man. The death toll rising, hopefully not no more. But there's a lot of injuries, a lot of stuff going on, man. I'm not trying to argue with no nigga or protecting yourself. Why do spiritual weirdos want to step in at the worst time to finally, like, say something? Like, we are not doing that. We focusing on the dead victims, man, and their families. I'm thinking about what they feel. We don't care about your rights to protect yourself or whatever you thinking about. Like, bro, go on. Trying to size me up. Like, man, you 8 years too late, stupid. Daddy been dead for 8 years, and this is what Negroes are still doing. Trying to come size you up. Y'all niggas are, like, slow. Did you not read the title of what the video was, man? I said prayers for Louisville, stupid. We not doing no spiritual warfare over here. We don't do that over here. Go over there and do that. We all have our own prayer closet on our own time. I don't need to get on here and tell you what to do. You know what to do. It's called read your word, dummy. Say, y'all don't made your father your idol. And I said, I guarantee you that's a fat boy that wouldn't say it to my face if he was standing here. But he'd be laying on his neck of his. He wouldn't say it. That's why I told you, I'm like, it's okay to say it on the internet because I promise you when you stand before me, you won't say it. When you stand in my face, you won't say it because you know you're going to get uppercutted. That's what you know. People talk real bold. That's why I was saying, I said, nah, people talk real bold. And that's why I said, when you come, you better come correct and you better come respectfully. Like I said, buddy, today he was cool. But had it been a Hebrew Israelite or somebody, I said, it would have been a square off. It wouldn't even been a square off because they just going to sit there and talk. No, they know they ain't that dumb. They too scared to even do that because they know I'm serious. I don't play that. That stuff is crazy, man. It's like, dude, you can't rival somebody on YouTube. That's stupid. That's why I said I seen them niggas pop up on my timeline today. And so I wanted to do satire because I was looking at what people were saying. I said no, because I don't go to people's page and do that. I don't want them on my page doing that. So I'm like, I don't go to people's page and say that stuff. I only comment on somebody else that might have like reposted. I gave their version. I don't go on their page and do that because I'm like, y'all page popped up on my timeline. I didn't want y'all. I don't know how. I talk about y'all. Because it's like, I can't help but scroll past. Like, you got to look like, let me see what they doing today. I said, let me see what the new issue is. So they out there trying to spew knowledge. I'm like, oh, man. Yeah, that was a waste of 5 seconds. Like, and so, of course, them are the ones that's telling me that they like, oh, you're too violent. I'm like, yeah, because y'all can't fight. You ain't never seen them get out the corner and put their hands on fight nobody. You can walk up and probably legally slap them. They wouldn't do nothing about it. You're going to sit there and take it. No, what he meant was when you go to war, he said, I'm ready for it. What he meant was I'm ready to throw on my costume and get out there and join the rest of you powerless Negroes and holler. Stand there and chant like a military, and then after nobody's listening, I'm going to go home. That's what he meant. What he meant war. He meant a war chant. He didn't mean a war call, like a war cry, like I'm going into battle. But he meant the shark bait, hoo-ha-ha, shark bait, boo-ha-ha. That's what he meant. He didn't mean like he's going to go fight. He just meant, oh, well, I'm going to go do what y'all doing and look side to side, and when ain't nobody watching, all right, y'all time to go home. I wonder what they do after they done. Like, do they just be like, all right, y'all wrap it up? Like, what do they say? When they showed up to Philip Mitchell's church or their little concert and it wasn't working, what did they do? I didn't see them disperse. I just seen them out there hollering. I'm like, so what did they do when they realized 40,000 people still showed up and outnumbered them? Did they just be like, all right, y'all, well, we tired. Go home. Let's go home. Back to the camp. Sausage tonight. Well, yep, cabbage and sausage tonight. Boy, I guarantee you, they cars stink too, boy. Niggas stink. Yeah, that's why I said I knew it was one of them. That's why I said, usually when people ask something the first time, I don't judge them because I'm just like, okay, you know, some people do have legit questions, you know. And then when they keep coming, that's why y'all see me, I was kind of ignoring it. I was just like, because he kept coming with the same stuff. Like every time you say something, they want to refute it. I'm like, bro, I'm not here to challenge you. Like, I know that. That's why I said we not stupid, man. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We know weirdos when we see it. Anybody that come in has a problem with you defending yourself, you a weirdo. I was like, oh my gosh, man. No wonder people are just doing stuff willingly now, man. That's why they taking everybody innocence now, because they know people like you. How could you sit there and look at a child rapist and tell us that it's okay, let it be? Like, no, it's not okay, let it be. Are you stupid? Yeah, you are stupid. I forgot. Maybe your innocence was taken at a child. Don't mean everybody else's want theirs taken. Like, no. Because you can't do nothing about your life and your innocence being taken, so then they want to be like, well, it don't matter. Yes, it does matter. It does. If stuff didn't matter, why did God say there were certain things that he hate, dude? There was certain stuff that God said he hated. And that right there is a special thing that he hates. And we supposed to just sit there and be okay with it and like, well, I'm gonna pray for you. No, I'm not praying for you. Absolutely not. There are some things, like I said, we understand, okay, people was robbers, somebody might have been a murderer, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody might have, stole 100 grand from the government, you know what I'm saying? Or, people cuss you out, talk crazy. I said, but when you touching children, I'm like, it's really hard to come back from that, dude. When you taking people's innocence, it's really hard for people to come back from that. It's like, nah. And these are the type of people that be like, well, God said forgive and forget. No, we're not going to forget you a child molester. No, we're not going to forget that. No, I would never let my children come around. I don't care how saved you get. I would never let my children come around you. Why you going to tempt them with the very thing they just got out of? It's like putting a base head around more base. Like you got saved and you get right back around crack. Is that good? No, it's not good. That's why I noticed most of these niggas are supposed to be Christian to be saved and they all up on other men all day. I said, you know why? Because they was probably battling being gay out there. Probably want to have a man rub all on them and touch all on them. And then, like I said, they just want to mask God over it. Now they all up on me. Now they all up on every man they see. That's why they make the gayest remarks now. I'm like, why would you even say that? I said, I know why. Because you battling being gay, boy. That's why. Don't worry. I've seen it all. Don't be no fool. I've seen it all. I said, yep, sound like something a Nancy boy would say. Sure does. Like I said, the ones that get offended usually is the ones that hit their issue. And that's how I said, you stupid when you look at the phone and nobody's talking to you directly and somebody says something you don't like and you feel like you got to comment your 2 cents and feel like you talking to them personally. You know you dumb when you do that. It'd be one thing if we having a conversation out here, somebody walk up to you. I said, well, when you on the phone, something you don't have to be on at all. I cannot see any of y'all through the screen. I don't know who's watching me right now. Y'all could be sitting there on the screen looking like that. I would not know because I can't see y'all. So the fact that somebody knows you can't see them, you don't know them personally, they don't know who you're talking to. I didn't say nobody's name, no usernames, no nothing. And the fact that they still come and tell you what they didn't like I would have never known you was offended. If you just shut up, I don't even know what's in there now. I don't even know half the time. My numbers be lying half the time anyway. So I'm like, it ain't like I knew you was here. And I said, well, I'm glad I hit you. So that way, like I said, it hurt your feelings so you can leave my channel and never come back. And guess what they do? Leave and never come back. And I said, good. Now we can make space for Africans and white people and everybody else that want to learn something instead of dealing with your local Negro. That's why I said I've been on this African wave lately, man. I love my African people, man. They are so cool, bro. They are so cool. My Congolese, man. Shout out to my Africans, my Afro-Caribbean, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Haitians, all of y'all, man. You feel me? My Congolese, my Sudanese, my Zimbabwean, my South Africans. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all, bro. Nigerians, you feel me? Like Egyptians, all y'all. And that's why I said, this is why I said we multicultural over here, so we can get away from these local niggas. I'm tired of these niggas, man. That was the reason I moved out of Louisville, because I'm tired of your local Louisville Negro. Like, I'm like, bro, everybody's tired of these Negroes. Not black people, Negroes. We got to clarify that now, because they want to consider themselves black people. Like, no, you ain't black people. You was a Negro. We talking about people like you. Don't matter what goes on in the world. I told you, you seen today or yesterday, there was a plane crash in Louisville. And we sitting here trying to talk about this. Somebody coming here want to spiritually battle you. You spiritual dumb weirdo. I'm not arguing with you, man. No sympathy for the people that died. And those are the same people that they would get around people who know the people that died and would still sit there and say, well, if they wouldn't say they in hell. Like, they have no sympathy. No sympathy for nothing. I can't stand niggas like that, dude. I knew somebody like that, man. They just always got to be technical about everything. It's like, bruh, let people grieve. We don't know where they went. That's why I don't talk about that, because I'm like, we don't know where they went. You wasn't there. Kobe had just died, man, and somebody already would. If he wasn't saved, he in hell. Like, bro, what? Bro, this is a very sensitive moment for people. That hit me, man, because I was like, bro, he was a girl dad. I said, bro, that remind me of Daddy. That's how Daddy was. Daddy loved his girls, man. He loved mama. He loved his daughters. He was very protective over them, man. That's a very hard moment. Everybody cried off of that, man. The news anchors, the sports anchors, the sports players, his family. I cried over. Everybody cried over. It was hard, man. It was heartbreaking. And some spiritual weird idiot still sitting there with, nah, because if he ain't say, like, bro. And if the people you knew in that thing when you were in the street ain't say, they in hell too along with him if he's there. They always act like that they forget, like, where they homies is. Like, where they little nasty auntie is. Like, they forget. Like, they made it into the kingdom of heaven by technicality. It's like, bro, they in hell too if they didn't get their heart right, just like him. Mighty funny. Everybody want to talk about where a celebrity go. Like, well, you know what? Well, your auntie there, and you gonna go there too if you keep acting the way you act. We can all go there if we act the way that we act. If we don't change, just heartless. And then watch you say something about they homie. See, ain't no, don't say it ain't funny. You're like, well, Ray, that ain't funny. That's somebody's father. Now you see why I said I don't like spiritual weirdos, man. I can't stand these weird niggas, man. They always got to be technicality on something, man. I said, dude, don't forget, man, it was because of Christ's grace, man, why you found him in the first place. I said, boy, we all done came from Christ's, we all got found with Christ's grace. You ain't no better than nobody because you saved now. Like, boy, don't forget you was in the gutter on dope. Don't forget you was in a whorehouse strung out. Like, you was any better than anybody else. Like, boy, please. That's why I was like, don't you forget where you came from. Don't forget where God humbled you at. That's why it says professing to be wise, man, they became fools because look what they do. You ain't deep. Oh, conspiracy weird nut jobs, man, trying to talk about everything that don't even need to be talked about right now. Who care what the U.S. government doing? Like, boy, you weird. You still a weirdo. It don't matter what they doing. Y'all see what I be talking about now? And that's some same people, like I said, somebody out here hungry, need food, they'll ride right past them. Won't give them $1. They ain't helping no children. They ain't helping no orphans. They ain't doing enough for no men's shelter, women's shelter, homeless shelter, no type of shelter. They don't care about nothing. They sitting there with a free word, trying to be free worded. That's why I said, oh yeah, I said it's spiritual warfare. It's spiritual weirdo stuff is coming to an end. Because like I said, when this stuff starts to crack down for real, we ain't gonna have to deal with them no more. Because guess who's gonna deal with them? The ones that really want to persecute Christians. They gonna see how strong you are. And I said, gather them and put them in North Korea, put them in Zimbabwe right now, where they hate Christians. Put them in Nigeria, where them Christians over getting slain. Put them over there. Oh, I would love to see what kind of grace and mercy you have. I would love to see what type of word you got. When they finna cut your head off with that machete, I would love to see you try to rival them. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I said, you talking to the wrong one, brother. Go talk to them. Them Muslims over there need grace. The ones over slaughtering Christians, they need grace. Go over and talk to them. See, they don't want to do that. See, they don't want to do that. First off, they ain't got no money to go to Africa. And then second of all, they too scared to go to Africa because they would make them into some onion Negro stew. They will put you in that pot and cook you, boy. Probably. I got to check my steps. Ain't nobody. I don't even know. Oh, your dad like the music? Guess what's up? Yeah. I did like the music too, man. That's why I said I've been on my new wave, you know what I'm saying? They think they're that guy. You're like, Chuffy Pat, you're not that guy. You're not him. But that's why I said I've just been like looking at other cultures of the world. That's why y'all hear me say I'm international, Steve, man. Because I'm like, we international over here. And why you think I say that? Because first of all, I've always loved other ethnicities. But I say it because I'm tired of these local niggas. Tired of being around them. Like, bro, the world is bigger than y'all. The world is bigger than a freaking spiritual world. Or like, bro, go somewhere and do something. Let me get around the Chinese, man. Let me get around the Africans, man. The Africans are some of the coolest people in the world. You understand? Africans are some of the coolest people in the world. I'm trying to get around them. I love their congregation, man. I love their people, man. I love their dances, their food, their music. I'm even starting to love more of their women now because I've never really seen a lot of African women like that. I said, I'm about to go get me an African woman. I'm tired of these local niggas, man. I said, bro, everybody's tired of y'all. I can see why some of the Africans come here and don't like y'all because look what y'all do. Nobody like y'all, not even us. Some of y'all don't even like y'all. Who needs a local weirdo when you got an international audience, man? These people are way more cooler. I had somebody from South Africa write me today. They was in my comments because I gave a shout out to all the Africans, man. They said, hey, man, I watched your father all the way from South Africa. They said, man, your father was like a father to me, a one that I didn't have. They said, your father was my father that I didn't have, man. And they said, man, we love you and your family. They said, we watch all y'all, man. They was like, man, like, if you ever come here, let us know. You feel me? Good people. Really good people. I said, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you, how you doing? Mrs. I watched you grow up. I'm going to start calling you that. Mrs. I watched you grow up. But they watched us for years, man. That's why I said they love us. So they was like, yeah, man, shouts out to South Africa, man. They was like, that's where we from. They was like, if you ever come here, man, let us know. He was like, yeah, I remember hearing him preach about that one time he came here. I said, yep, and I'm trying to come here too. Said, shoot. Feel good to be around good people, man. That's why I said them Africans are good people, man. I love them, dude. Them is like my peoples, because they are my peoples. You feel me? Tired of being around your local Negroes, man, trying to size you up. Notice it's only the Negroes trying to size you up. You don't get no white people doing this. It ain't black people. You get your Negroes doing this. They always trying to mess with people. That's why everybody that come over here hate Negroes, because I'm like, they tired of having Negroes keep messing with everybody. Your own family rob you, man. Like, you see that? Some of these white people done been robbed by Negroes. The Mexicans came over here, the Negroes messing with them. The Africans came over, they messing with them. The Haitians came over here, they messing with them. The Jamaicans come over, they messing with them. Negroes is always messing with somebody. Crazy, hold on. That's why I say y'all see how I deal with weirdos non-phased. Ouch. Literally not phased. Ow. Dang. Tight these shoes, man. That thing's tight. You know, that's why I said I find it satire, because I'm like, people really think that they're doing damage, but look what they doing. It's like they dead serious. Like, I wish I could say it was funny. Like, oh, they doing this to be funny. That's why I told y'all when y'all call them trolls, they're not trolls, they dead serious. Trolls are people that are doing it like, is your refrigerator running? You better go catch it. Or like, can you give a shout out to My Lady Parts or something? Like, that's what they do. Like, those are not trolls. Those are dead serious people who really think that they called to tell you something. I'm just like, you can't be this dumb. You see my face? You see how not serious I take you? That's why I try to tell idiots. You have any idea how many times people tried to warn us? I tell us something's gonna happen to us, or I'm here to tell you. I'm like, you didn't need to tell me. You could have just kept it. Well, I'm just trying to warn you. I said, well, you just wasted your time. Ain't nothing to warn me from, idiot. And then I look, I'm like, no, you're absolutely right. You should have warned me that all these blessings and goodness of God was gonna be on my life even more because you said something stupid. And then we got some dumb spiritual weirdo here, so now God's just gonna do something even better. And when he do, I'm gonna show you. Thanks to you, little stupid idiot. I'm gonna show you, since you want to talk. Yeah, I can tell people don't like my delivery. I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyways. Idiot. Yeah, I say idiot, stupid, weirdo, porch monkey. I'm gonna say it. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Like you ain't never did nothing about it. Shut up. Y'all cool though. That's why y'all still here watching me, cause y'all like it. So it's whatever. I got 17 people in here and only 11 likes. I'm doing all this talking and only 11 likes. Come on, man. Run the likes up, man. Come on, give me a like, man. I'm talking crazy for nothing. If you haven't liked the stream, man. Come on. We're cool. If y'all ain't like the stream, I like the stream. I'm out here putting myself at risk for y'all. It's getting cold. My left hand cold now. I'm just like, oh. Putting myself at risk for y'all, boy. All for your entertainment. Like the stream if you haven't liked the stream. That's all I ask. It's free, I think. Yeah, that's why I said, like, I just get tired every time something goes on, man, and we trying to have a serious moment. And the world is grieving, our people are feeling, man, and it's always some conspiracy nut job or somebody that's just weird, just always mess up the vibe. It's like, man, that's why now people, y'all silly. That's why people wonder why it took us so long to like talk about Pastor Darby, because I'm like, we didn't want to deal with these type of niggas. That's why we didn't say nothing for the longest, man, because we couldn't even grieve, man. Niggas is all in our DMs messing with us. Everybody bothering us, man, and they coming as a conspiracy and what really happened. And like, bro, leave us alone, nigga. Y'all just all disrespectful to the man, wife, and everything. Didn't even care. Didn't even care mama was hurting more than she ever hurted before in her life. People just disrespectful. Over harassing a woman, man, DMing her and messing with her and telling her God's gonna kill her and God's gonna do all type of stuff to him. And then you got an issue with me saying I'm gonna whoop you when I see you. Y'all bet you would have an issue with me saying that. When your butt is on the line and you worry about getting knocked out, I bet you would have an issue with me saying that, yeah, I'm gonna beat you up real bad when I see you for saying that to my mama. I'm gonna beat you up badly for saying that. You got some spiritual, dumb, bald head, wannabe Hebrew, thick beard weirdo trying to look like Pastor Darby. We talking about he poisoned her food, or she poisoned his food. Never watched the video, but I seen it come up on my timeline. I say, yep, and when I see you, you getting yours too. Oh, fathead, you getting yours too. Spread misinformation, it's gonna cost you about 2 teeth. Yep. Like he would know, even if she did do that, nigga, you weren't even there. How would you know? You see how nigga think they know everything? No, you see what I'm saying? They know everything. You just found Pastor Darby probably like a year ago, and you know this now. Like, you stupid. And then people have an issue with me saying like, oh, well, you're violent. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You lie on my mama and you talk about my people. I say, yes, I am. You know why? You know why you say it online? Because you know you wouldn't say it here. And if that old fat head, bald head weirdo was in my face, he wouldn't say it, and I'll beat you up and make you say sorry. On video. Tell my mama you're sorry. Tell us you're sorry. That's why I told people. People was like, I don't know how you deal with people like that. I said, I don't. I said, because when they stand in my face, they're going to deal with me if I ever see them. I probably would never see them because they live in like Alabama, Mississippi, somewhere I ain't going. But I said, but if I do see you, I want you to have that same energy when I see you. That's why people was over. Some people, man, that's like that same weirdo that was just in here. They was like, well, no, because Darby he was actually the first person I threw from this chat when I first did these live streams. They was like, nah, Darby's a false prophet, and I'm trying to warn you. And he was like, are you Christian? I'm like, bro, what? I'm trying to warn you, Darby was a false prophet. You came all the way over here to tell me that. That was people tried to write in, they said, Darby's in hell burning in excrement. And I said, where you think your people is? Where you think your dead homies are? Where you think your dead auntie is, boy? You think that they waited? If Darby didn't make it, man, who gonna make it? I said, I'll tell you who's in hell, everybody you ever lost. Since you want to talk. We all know everybody you ever lost is there. Don't try to act like now because they there. You want to put Darby there. Nah, Darby ain't there. He's somewhere where they not. Since you want to talk. Like they are called to be more righteous than him. I said, oh my gosh, man, if Darby didn't make it to the kingdom, how we gonna make it? Like, he was way better than all of us. How we gonna make it? I said, no, I know what it is. He was changing people's lives, and he was getting more recognition than your little crappy, weak name can. And then you want to talk about it. He's okay, well, that's where your people is. It's crazy. That's why I said no matter what goes on, man, we ain't never got people that take it serious, man. I was looking in the comments yesterday, man. Like I said, people with the whole plane crash thing, and of course, a lot of people was in the comments RIP, and then somebody was still in there trying to make jokes. Like, man, I hope my package is delivered on time. Like, bro, right now is not the time for satire. Like, this is the time to be serious. This is serious. People still in there talking about, oh, man, I guess I don't get 2-day shipping. Like, bro, that's not funny. Like, bro, somebody really lost their life here, man. There was a couple of people really lost their life, man. Y'all, this is not the time to be joking. And that was people in the comments. They said, bro, they was like, come on, Louisville. I see y'all in the comments, man. They said, this is not a time to be funny right now. I mean, you see how people just have no sympathy, you know? Like, I know I joke a lot, but when it comes to serious stuff, I'm serious, man. I mean, they was just like, I told you, people just have no chill, man. I said, bro, right now is not a time to joke, man. This is serious, dude. People really lost their life. There's a lot going on right now that's not funny. That ain't funny. Did you see the same video we saw, stupid? Did you see what we just literally watched? That thing blew up, dude. That was one of the worst explosions I've seen. People are traumatized from even watching that. Imagine it was like 3 people on board, man, that caught the flames first. This ain't no time to be joking about no packages, dude. You feel me? And I said, even with that, we can never have a serious situation, man. Until them same people are laying on the operating table and need a new kidney, or something happened to them, and then somebody get on their page start throwing jokes. See, it ain't funny. It's not funny no more. That's why I said, just like people wanted to come and talk about Darby, I said until they daddy's in the casket, till when they little dead relatives in the casket, and we talk about them, it ain't funny no more. It was the same thing with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. That wasn't funny until Charlie Kirk laying there. That ain't funny no more. See, it's not funny when people make jokes on you. It's not funny when people make you into a challenge. It's not funny when people talk about your dead name. It's not funny. I said, what's wrong with that? I said, listen, y'all was making jokes. Of course, I don't make those jokes. I said, but other people was. I said, well, no, y'all got to give that a pass because y'all made a thing called Floyd and Trayvon Martin and stuff. They was making jokes on that on Reddit, on everything. They was making that a trend. That's how sick they was, making that a trend. They was reenacting that. People was out there protesting. They was reenacting the George Floyd thing like it was funny. And now somebody do something with Charlie Kirk. Now y'all lose your mind. I said, nah, that's what it's called just desserts. It wasn't funny then, so why isn't it funny now? See, it ain't funny when the other side laughing, see? See, y'all lost y'all little white savior and see what happened. See, now it's not funny. Now y'all want to ban and fire people that say something about it. I said, well, y'all was doing the same thing when it came to Floyd. Y'all didn't care. We trying to act all self-righteous and Christian now. Nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. Oh, dumb JD Vance now won't come out talking about people need to be fired. Like, boy, shut up. I said, I know who need to be fired, JD Vance. That's exactly who need to be fired. Imagine them all coming into work one day and they all got laid off. They all was like, oh, y'all fired. Trump, JD Vance, oh, yeah, y'all fired. They will lose their mind, boy. That's why I'm like, nah, we trying to be all one-sided righteousness. I'm not like, no. That's why I said, why y'all think I'm the way that I am? I said, listen, I know doing this internet stuff, like doing this live stream and talking crazy. I said, I know it comes with what this. I know territory that comes with this. You understand, like, bro, I talk crazy to a lot of people. I pissed off a lot of weirdos. So it's only right that people get on here and talk about you too. I'm not sensitive when I find out somebody's talking on me because I do this with them. Some weirdo go make a video about me. Okay, well, bro, I don't go make videos about you, but I talk about you on here like it's whatever. I don't know you enough. I said, but I hurt your little crappy little effeminate feelings enough for you to go talk about me. I said, and then they don't even talk about you in a correct way. It's like you don't even try to diss me right. It's weak. So I'm not surprised when somebody get on here talking about somebody said something about you, they don't like you. I said, obviously they don't like me. I pissed off a lot of people. And I'm going to piss off a whole lot more. And they probably not going to be the only person to talk about me. But you know who talks about me more than them? The good ones. The good people are always going to talk about you more and have your back more than some weirdo is. There's a lot of people that don't like Mama, but the majority of people do like Mama. A lot of people didn't like Darby, but the majority of people do like Darby. For instance, the guy that saw me in the gas station today, he loves Darby. And Buddy was so happy, man. He was literally that happy. He don't care about what no weirdo got to say about somebody trying to disprove Darby. That man changed his life. And that's the first thing everybody say is, man, he changed my life, man. He done changed more lives than he did have people out here in conspiracies. So believe me when I tell you, he's like, come on, man. Like sometimes, man, as I told y'all, y'all know I'm serious. I play around a lot. You know, it's hard for me to take a lot of stuff serious, but some stuff really is serious, man. I'm just like, look, man, like there's a time to play, and then there's a time to pray. There's a time, like I said, the Bible said there's a time for everything under the sun. For the old weirdo talking about you can't defend yourself, there's a time for peace, and there's a time for war. Why would the Bible be saying that for, stupid? We just supposed to just sit there all the time. Like it's saying it for a reason, idiot. But I said, right now, man, it's not the time to really play. It's not the time to play on the situation at all. It's like, bro, like we talking about this as a serious thing. That's why I said whenever it comes to serious topics, I try not to get on the internet, man, because like I said, people don't take anything serious, man. Like it'd be something real traffic. People don't take, bro, they was making memes about Kobe Bryant when he died. I'm like, what did Kobe do to y'all? Like they was making jokes like that was funny. I'm like, bro, what? That man even did nothing to none of y'all. I was like, dang, bro, like people have no heart, man, no soul, no nothing. Like they was making jokes about like the just do it or something. And they was just like, I guess I just won't. Or just like, you know, I couldn't save myself or something. I'm like, bro, that's not funny. I was like, oh my gosh, man, people are just heartless. You see what I'm saying? People are heartless. They don't care about nothing no more. I mean, the whole world is in mourning right now. And some weirdo decides to get on there and think this is a perfect time to play. Like they think this is funny. To one of their little dead relatives end up dead or something, and they don't get enough coverage like everybody else gets coverage when they die. That's when it's not funny no more. See, it ain't funny when they got to bury their loved one. You imagine standing over a casket of somebody that you thought was never going to go. You tell me that's funny. And that's why I told people, I said, that's okay. Let people think it's funny or let people be as disrespectful as they want to be. Because I don't really pay that stuff no mind. Because people was coming and telling me, I'm like, I don't watch that stuff. I don't listen to what people are saying. I said, but when you stand in my face, let's see who's laughing then. Let's see who'll be staring up at somebody when you staring at me laying on that ground. Let's see who'll be staring up then and see if that's funny. Like I'm looking at you now like this. Let's see if it'll be funny. It won't be. I promise you it won't be. When you get a 2-piece with a biscuit, it won't be funny. Well, it's not biblical to hurt people. It ain't biblical to run your mouth dissing the dead either, but you still do it. Don't try to come biblical now. I'm like, nah, go tell them people out there saying what they saying on us. Go tell them, man. That's why I said, I told everybody, stop these little weirdos coming in here talking about this stuff. All you little weird niggas coming in here talking, well, just don't, no, ain't no just don't nothing. Like, no, you tell them that. Somebody will see somebody like that little weirdo today that will come in here and do this stuff and will still tell you, well, see, you just gotta do that. No, nigga, you tell them that. You know what I don't like more than the people that don't do this stuff, that come over trolling? The people that back the people who do this stuff. You know what's worse than a toxic woman? A person that sits there and let them be toxic, that take up for them every single time. That's what I don't like. They only like it because people enable that behavior. You know what makes me more mad than the toxic female that be out here trying to throw her hands on everybody? The ones that try to fight you if you defend yourself from somebody putting their hands on you. Them is the ones I don't like more. That's why them dudes get beat up worse. When they try to do it to the wrong guy and they get beat up worse. Trying to step in and be a white knight, I said, you get whooped. That is exactly why people do the stuff that they do, because they got a bunch of enablers. And they telling people, just don't say nothing and don't do nothing about it and just let people come in and ignore. I'm like, no. You tell them that. As if you're the only one that's supposed to have the spirit and the love of God. Like, why can't they have the spirit and love of God? Why? What does it only apply to Steve Jr.? Forget my name, man. It goes for everybody. That was one of the reasons I turned my comments off, man, on my old videos, man. I had to turn them off for about a good couple of months, man, because every time I did it, some idiot got on there talking about, well, you just need to, like, no, you tell them that. They would see the people coming here doing that, and they wouldn't say nothing. I see the whole comments. I would watch the replay, and they wouldn't say nothing. And then after the video, now they want to come be wise and deep. The Bible says, like, no. You tell them that, what the Bible says. That's why I said every time I see that stuff, I'm going to start throwing people now. When I see people do it, I'm going to start throwing you, because I don't like you more than the people that come over and do that. I expect a troll to troll, or a weirdo to be a weirdo. I don't expect somebody that's supposed to have my back. Somebody that's supposed to sit right there and understand how to defend you when they see you getting attacked and will still tell you with just this whatever. Like, no, it ain't whatever. Because if I was standing side by side with you right now and somebody walked up and attacked you and I said, well, you just got to let them be okay with it, you wouldn't like that. Somebody was adding you in the comments talking about your dead relatives and your mom and them. I said, you wouldn't like that. What if I didn't say nothing? You would say, you a terrible host, Steve. You a terrible host. You let your visitors get violated. You don't take up for your people. You too carnal to say something. That's what they would say. See, you ain't showing the love of God and calling people out. And then somebody come over here and do it to me. I'm supposed to be Superman. And this is, well, nah, that's what they want. I'm like, well, you know what I want? I want people to know that they got my back. I want to know people like that is here. I want to know that people that want to give you them same scriptures, give them the same scriptures. You got to be fair, man. The word of God don't work on just one person. It works on everybody. We trying to be all deep. You hear me? Trying to have serious topics here, man. I try to have a mental health session. My longest stream, 10-hour stream. Trying to have a serious talk. Because people are dealing with it heavily, man. Some idiots still get in here talking about ain't no such thing as that. No, ain't no such thing. It's like, why are you watching then? Somebody decides to come in talking about daddy. I'm like, we are not talking about daddy. Why ain't you preaching, man? See, y'all supposed to be encouraging to preach. I'm like, did you not see what the stream is about, you stupid idiot? And I demonstrated to y'all how much power this old Jamook had. He had no power. I got bored of him because he couldn't do nothing about it. So I said, man, throw this idiot. He want to come in with this old letter wide stuff. Like, throw this letter wide Negro. Get out of here. It was always going to be technical on stuff. And I said, that's why I say deal with your mental health. Because then you end up like them. You end up a freaking fool on the internet. Some weird monkey Negro that can't shut up. Who nobody likes, who ain't got no friends, and you don't even know these people, but you know they are those type of people. You are unbearable to be around on the internet. Think about it in real life. You cannot have any friends. You cannot have a woman or anybody that loves you. And if they do, they blind as a bat. Because I don't know anybody that's going to put up with somebody like that. Even people like you don't even want to put up with people like you. Even disrespectful people don't even like disrespectful people. What's up, girl? Stuff is crazy. And you trying to have a serious moment, man. And somebody always want to come in here and they always want to give their 2 cents. Like, and this is why I say deal with your mental health so you don't end up a Hebrew Israelite. You don't end up some idiot trying to argue with people in the comments, man. Like, you know you stupid when you do that. Trying to talk about life and people think this is the perfect time to talk about where somebody end up at. I'm like, bro, okay, well, that's between them and God. Your soul is between you and God. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Have sympathy for the person. Some people might not have been saved. They might not have been Christians, but they were still a good person on this earth. They did a lot of good things. What's up, Francis? How you doing, girl? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Hey, I'm about to say Mazel Tov. Is that how you say it, Mazel Tov, or cheers, or Greek yogurt or something? I don't know how you say it. That's why I say you can't even walk past anything. I be thinking a weirdo like Pennywise gonna sit there looking at me. He's like, yeah, I see you over there. Come here, Steve. Like, you talking to me? Like, Pennywise, I ain't talking to you. Like, but yeah, if you think I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. Daggone it, Michael Myers, Jason, Ollie, I'm talking to all you niggas. You hear me? Steve gonna go out talking. Well, I tell you what, you blade wanker with your blade machete. You better not come to me filthy with the telly. Yeah. Telling Michael Myers, you know, he don't talk. I'm like, oh, so you just gonna stand there? You ain't gonna say nothing, nigga. You gonna stand there and watch me? Even Michael Myers don't want to put up with me. He'll just sit there. I'm sitting there talking crazy. It's like, turn around and walk away. You better keep walking. I'll tell you the magic word. Keep him away. Like, Michael, no, please. Like, wait, Hebrew Israelites over here. Michael, huh? What? You tricked me. Anyways. Why am I holding this empty cup? There's nothing in here. Yeah, I got distracted with saying how y'all doing. How y'all doing though? Y'all doing all right? But that's why I say, y'all see I throw a little joke from time to time, but I say a lot of times, man, we serious, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to serious tragedy and stuff like that, like, stuff be serious, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, dude, like, that's why I said people need to learn to keep their mouth shut, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop talking on stuff you don't know, man. You wasn't there when somebody took their last breath, so you don't know where they ended up, man. It's so tired of everybody assuming, you know what I'm saying? If Kanye West, if something was to happen to him, God forbid, I say everybody be like, he in hell now. Like, dude, you don't know that. He could have said a sentence prayer before he died. You don't know that. You have no idea where people went, man. You feel me? Because you wasn't there. Even the whole King Von situation, man. They said Von was still alive for a little bit. You don't know if Von could have accepted Christ before he died. You don't know that. You don't know. You wasn't there. So stop speaking on people. People always like, nah, see, they spent their life being a demon. Nigga, so did you. Like, bro, you are the worst hellraiser. You are the weirdest one. You a spiritual weirdo. Those are worse than everybody. Nobody likes you, man. Not people in the kingdom and not people out there in the world. Nobody likes you, Negro. They just want to speak like they know. I be seeing some of them in the comments. They be so serious, man. That'd be sad. I'm just like, look at these idiots. Nope. There's no such thing as Christian rap. You better repent. I was like, boy, if you don't shut up. Like you would know. Somebody was hosting like a little Christian event, man. It wasn't like a Christian nightclub, but it was like kind of like a place where Christians could come together and have a good time. You know, it's like a good get together. Somebody is like, nope, you better repent, because like, what are they doing? They just in there listening to Christian music. It wouldn't be no different from a church or a youth night. It's like, bro, they literally doing the same thing. Some weirdos in there. No, see, it's not biblical. I was like, oh my boy, if you don't shut up. And I said, well, guess what, old timer, you old fat geezer, it's not for you, it's for them. I said, I know why you saying that, because you can't get in. That's why. Even though it's Christian, they still have a a reference you still have to pass. Yep, you can't pass that reference. Anybody trying to see you in your BC sandals, man, with your old fat calves. Anybody trying to see you, girl, go on. Like, look here, Miss Tammy, yo, 56-year-old weirdo. Anybody looking at you? Girl got them the school teacher ankles. You know, the school teacher that wear the sandals that shouldn't have been wearing the sandals. Like, girl, everybody trying to see your bunions. You ain't shaved now, girl, go on. So always when you can't fit in, everybody got to repent. They doing wrong. Like, well, I bet they would be doing wrong. You know why? Because you can't do wrong with them. Yep, that's so. Right, you tell them, Francis. They don't know nothing, Francis. They think they know everything. Oh, Miss Finsters and Randalls. Oh, Principal Prickly. That's why I told him, I said, you make sure your soul's straight. Why you worry about what somebody else doing? I said, I sure wish y'all would tell these little young ones out here, man. Your little killing nieces and killing nephews. I wish you would tell them, man. Before they take their last breath, they be thinking life a game. They be thinking they soul a game. Go tell them, man. Why you telling Steve Jr.? 31 years old. You don't think I know this stuff? And now they're gonna trying to come in and enlighten you. I said, okay, well, it ain't enlightening at all. And that's why I said the main people telling everybody they going to hell probably gonna be the main ones that end up in hell. You don't tell people out of that because you think people really care about where you end up. People care because they trying to control you. That's what it is. They bitter, and that's they can't cuss people out no more, allegedly. So that's what they do instead of that. You going to hell and God's gonna kill you. That's even worse. Bro, that's even worse. I'd rather you cuss me out because I'm just like, dang, bro, like you trying to really like condemn somebody. You feel me? They not saying it because they want you to get right. They saying it because they trying to condemn you. That works on everybody else except me. And then when they realize, yeah, Steve ain't your typical Negro, you see, you know, they gonna try to keep saying it and it don't work. And guess what they do after a while? Leave me alone because they realize they can't work. It can't work. I'm their first person that never worked on. I think I really be people's first person that never worked on. That's why they be looking at me all funny. Of course they look at you funny. Only a Negro gonna tell you something wrong with you when you don't listen to them. Every Negro I've talked to that I didn't listen to, something wrong with you. And then guess what happens? Something wrong with them now. Now their word never came to pass. Now they're struggling. Now they're going to do it. Now nobody likes them. Now everybody walked away from them almost. People just can't stand them no more. I said, well, I know why. And I said, man, if I listen to you, I would have had that same thing happen to me. Remember I told y'all somebody was trying to get me to touch and agree with them about like, no, because, you know, because they was talking about God said, and somebody they knew said. I was like, no, that's the word of you. You got a vendetta, and you can't just go to the person you got a vendetta with. And I said, I'm going to show you how I know that this is the spirit of you and not the spirit of God. I said, go to that same person that you telling me to go tell them that. If it be of God, God will have you go tell them, right? No, see, they ain't going to listen to me. I said, well, then, because you know it's you. You just said it. You just said it. They're not going to listen to you. If it be of God, wouldn't it be God talking through you so they would know it's God, so they would listen to you because you said God said, or because God telling you to say it? And if they don't listen, then it's God telling you to say it, so then you go on about your way. What does it say? Kick the dust off your feet. All right, whatever. I told him, I said, no, go. I told him that same thing. Like, no, go tell them what I said. When I see they listen, because they knew the person listened to me. They said, no, you can get through to him first. I said, why can't you get to him? I thought you said God said. Can't God get to anybody, right? I said, why can't you? I said, why do you care so much because God said? I said, it's not because you care, and it's not because God said. You have a problem, and you have a vendetta. See, they thought I was dumb. I said, yeah, I'm not dumb. That's called, what do we call that? It's called witchcraft. And then guess what happened? The very person that they was trying to befriend, and the very person that they was trying to be all on your side, and hey, I need you to go tell them because they listen to you. Now, something's wrong with you. See, you're immature. See, you're just weird. I'm like, but you was trying to get a weird, immature nigga to go tell somebody something. Like, you see how the logic doesn't make sense? And then guess what God did? Not a thing they said he was going to do. And guess who was in the wrong? Them. Because God doesn't work off vendettas. That's why. What's up, baby? Now, imagine if I would have been susceptible to that witchcraft and listened to them. And when it told somebody this fake word and got this person out here doing fake moves, that would have been on me. See, it pays to have the spirit of discernment so you end up like a weirdo. And I said, no, you're trying to use God's stuff because you're trying to intimidate me. And then when it don't work, now something wrong with you. I said, well, I'm going to show you how you know it ain't God said, and I'm going to show you how stupid you are too. You just said that they would listen to me. You came to me trying to befriend me. It didn't work, and now something wrong with me. Well, why are you talking to somebody that's something wrong with? That literally makes no sense. That means something wrong with you for not seeing something wrong with me, ain't it? Wouldn't that mean something's wrong with you? I love how everybody now, after somebody do something they don't like, now, I could never stand you. I said, well, you could stand me when I was giving you what you wanted. Now you see the light when you don't get your way. Now when we fall out, now you want to talk about what you didn't like. Well, you seem to knew that before we fell out, but you never said nothing. I'm like, well, you didn't know that? I said, no, you just mad. You just mad about something. And then when they want something again, and when they realize they was tripping, guess what they do? Come back and be cool. I'm like, why would you be cool with somebody you got issue with? Why? I know people I can't stand, which is why I'm away from people I can't stand. I don't talk to you. I'm not gonna not stand you, have you come back, play around, then be like, see, you feel like I can't stand you. It's like, I know I can stand you in the first place. That's why I tell you, I said, bro, this is a war you don't want, man. Spiritual weirdos do not want to war with me. That's why I keep trying to tell you, Hebrew Israelites don't want to war with me. Weirdos don't want to war with me, man, because I'm not stupid. I would have gave in a whole year and some change doing this channel, man. I haven't, because I'm not a freaking weirdo. You are dealing with the most powerless, ape, vine-swinging niggas. They ain't going to do nothing about nothing but sit there and passively, aggressively pray, and God ain't hearing none of it because he doesn't do vendettas. These are a bunch of kings walking around here, man, mad about something. Like, God's going to hear them. He ain't hearing you. He probably ain't even hearing you on your own life because you don't even pray for real about yourself. How you going to hear you on Junior's behalf? That's why I said, they want like, I prayed for you, God to do it. I'm like, he's already doing that. I didn't need you to say that. You know why you said that? Because you're trying to be a glory hog. You're trying to be the one to be like, oh, well, they said they was going to pray. They sure did it. Oh, man, that Clarissa girl, she sure did it. Remember Clarissa, this old weird idiot ape was in here last year. It was mad about something. I don't think Christ would like you're saying the N-word. I'm like, bro, that's our word. And I said, well, how about this? How about this? Beat it. And they want, I just pray for you, God to show up. I'm like, he was already showing up, you idiot. That's why you over here watching me, stupid. I said, Clarissa, go bed. So 57-year-old grandma, like, girl, go bed. I'm probably not even a grandma. I don't know, nobody would touch that thing if that's how you act about everything. Well, yep. Clarissa dry. I said, guess what, Clarissa? It ain't for old people like you. I'm like, he been here. Like, well, I need you to say that. You got a nigger on the internet sitting here trying to preach to me. Niggas just trying to ordain you. Like, they know you. Like, bro, y'all don't need your word. I ain't never listen to a nigga word for nothing. That's why I said, and then they get frustrated because they realize I'm not your local jamook that you can bewitch. I don't get bewitched easily. I get bewitched by a beautiful woman before I get bewitched by some ugly nigga on the internet. Like, bro, please. If I listen to anything that's gonna be said, I ain't listen to no Negro. Why you think it said David or not David? Samson got bewitched by Delilah because Delilah's fine. Delilah has things. I'm not gonna listen to a Negro, man. Some old bearded breakfast burrito gonna bewitch me. You know why he thought that was gonna work? Because the rest of them little gay niggas around him probably do that. Because that's why I said I'm starting to think this is gay stuff going on. I really do, man. It's just borderline homosexual Negroes that be acting like this. And Negroes mad hitting you up and on your channel stalking you. And Negro talking about, I just wanted to see if you was really like it. I'm like, bro, that's gay. Hey, man. Imagine you get on the internet like, all right, I'm gonna see if Al Show Speed really like it, man. Well, like, why you want to know if Al Show Speed like it? Like, nigga. What's up, Magnificent? How you doing? Yeah, prayers to Louisville, man. We was in here, ouch. We was in here trying to have a serious moment about that. Some weirdo came in here trying to size men up. Remember I told you, I said it's like we can't have nothing serious, man, because you got a weirdo. It's like you always, this is why I talk about weirdos, man, because you can't never have nothing nice. You be doing good, man. It's always some cliche Negro. Just stay on the straight and narrow. I am on the straight and narrow, you idiot. Like, this is why I'm doing good. I don't need you to say that. See, just put God first. I have been. This is why I'm getting what I'm getting. Why do y'all think y'all so deep? Stop doing that stuff. That's how I know Negroes are a special type of dumb. They always got to repeat the very thing you just said. Like, you know, you do right, God will bless you. I know that. That's why I'm on here talking about it, because he did it. I swear, like, they want to get credit for saying, like, what you saying, just to make it sound like they smarter because they thought of it. Remember I told you old homie tried to act like he's on the same wave I'm on now? I was the first person that out of everybody I knew that was doing the self-deflection or the self-improvement. I stopped talking to everybody first. I said I went my way separately from everybody because I was working on myself, which is when I started doing this channel. I started upcoming in life. He's still out there banging and playing. Now he wants to get this magically monk enlightenment and just, yeah, man, I'm on that same wave too now, dude. Months later, yeah, dude, I'm on the same wave now. Now he's called to preach. What is it with these weird Negroes that think they called to preach to other men? Now he wants to preach the same logic I just told everybody to me. Right? He's trying to, it's like trying to reach somebody's pocket, take their money and give him that same money you just took. It makes no sense. Now he's on the same muck mode I'm on. Now he's on the, hey man, well I'm trying to better my life, and now he wants to tell me how to run my channel. See, remember I told you something about these weird homosexual wannabe Negroes, them type. The same what's wrong with this little buddy that's talking about me on these little homo Negroes. I said that's what they do. They always want to try to lead other men. I preach to other men. Like, I don't need your guidance, Negro. This other Negro can't get his channel up off the ground. This dude don't even got a channel. I'm doing better than both of them in both of these fields. And they trying to preach to me. Imagine that. Imagine somebody trying to tell I Show Speed how to run his mega, well, that's like his ministry, his mega ministry. It's like, dude, he built that. He knows what he's doing. How does a small time YouTuber with, like imagine me trying to tell him what to do. I got 10,000. He got millions. So imagine that. Why would he ever listen to me, man? He's better than me at this. Like, I don't think he would ever listen to me. So I was thinking about you saying, give him a piece of candy. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I was laughing about that today. I was eating candy. I was like, yeah, give these old freaking apes candy. I'm gonna start digitally giving them everlasting gobstoppers, man. Like, man, shut up. Look at a picture of candy. Let your mouth savor and put that in your mouth and shut up. No diddy. Like, well, shut up. They so stupid, I send the candy emojis. They trying to reach through the camera and grab it. If only I can have the candy. It's got to be a way I can get it. Shoot. That's why I said, hey, if we get another word on here, just spam candies in the chat, boy. Candy in the chat. If you ever see me going back and forth with a word or somebody in here talking crazy, just spam candy. Because that way I'll know somebody in here is weird, and then on top of it, they won't get the inside joke. And by the time they get it, I already push block. They're like, oh, I get it now. Nope, you're out. Yeah, they want credit. That's why. And that's why I say they don't even know they borderline homo Negroes, because they keep messing with everybody. So you ain't called to preach me, man. Go preach to that mama of yours. Why you worry about what I'm doing? Because your mama don't listen to you. That's why nobody else listen to you. They might get like one little soft man that'll listen to them. I said, they can't get me. I'm not part of your ministry. Like, boy, I would never be a part of your ministry. Your ministry sucks. Like, how am I going to join your crappy band? Man, come on. I'm on my own wave of my own thing over here, and Negroes trying to equip you to your stuff, and now they want you to be right for their cause. Like, boy, your cause is jacked, man. What are you talking about? I said, I wonder how much they gonna do for people out here that's homeless. I wonder how much they gonna do out here for the real kingdom people of God, instead of get on the internet trying to be deep. What you doing? Nothing. That garbage washed up words you do ain't hidden. Them crappy videos you doing ain't hidden either. So ain't nothing you did right. You couldn't do the world right, and you can't do God right either. So I'm just like, you can't do anything right, honestly. You just suck at everything in life. Imagine that, man. Walking bag of carbon dioxide. You can't do anything right, dude. Yeah, dude. That's why I said they all got that. They all got the religious spirit. That's why they be trying to come and warn you. Like, how's a Negro gonna warn me? I said, that's funny. I said, let's see what God does. That's why I said, let's play a game. Like, let's see what God does. And look what God does. Oh, look. Blessings. Yep. Oh, look. More blessings. Oh, look. Bigger channel. Oh, look. Abundant music. Oh, look. Better people in my life. Oh, look. Options. Oh, look. I live in San Antonio away from niggas like you. Yeah, that's nice. Look what God did. Oh, man. That's great. I don't know this little dweeb, but I guarantee you I go on his channel, Buddy's channel, probably dead, boy. Channel dry than a biscuit. No views. It's always the ones with no views. It's the ones talking. Believe me. Like they say with the like they say with the white boys with the big old trucks, he's compensating for something. Yep, the ones that talk the loudest and talk the most is compensating for something. Literally, spiritually, mentally, all of it. He's small spiritually. He's small physically. That's what he's mad at. His channel's small, too. If he had a sound effect for his life, you know what his sound effect would be? Boing! Boing! Like, look at Pee Wee Herman over here. Boing! Boing! Hold on. The word of God will preach you He tell you exactly. And Buddy ain't been doing that long enough. You ain't called to get on the internet and tell nobody nothing, bro. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I don't hit. See, Darby can hit you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's called to do it. They not. So that's why it don't work. Remember, Seven Sons of Sceva weirdos. He's the same as the Seven. If this was modern, if this was back then, he would have been one of the dudes that got whooped as the Seven Sons of Sceva. Because he would have tried to come with Steve. And I'm like, well, Darby I know. And Jesus I know. And Paul I know. Who are you? Like, well, I want to tell you my name is Yub, and that's when I whooped him. Badly. He's like, well, my name is, it doesn't matter what your name is. Yep, he would have got badly whooped. And then guess what he would have, and then what it said, they ran outside after they got whooped naked and crying. He would have ran on YouTube, broken up, shirt ripped and bloody nose, and then, hey, bro, Steve, hey, bro, I tell you, that's Steve Jr., he's a menace. Got me in the interrogation room. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. What's up, Nisha? Oh, man. Well, I did it. I'll do it again. Let me. He's so annoying in the interrogation room. The police is just like, you know what? I'm tired of hearing them talk. Can you just... Imagine a weirdo giving a police statement. Well, I was coming home around 6 or 7 at night. Was it 6? It was more like 6:39 because the sun, you know how the sun looks at 6:45, but it hasn't really set. But, well, I forgot it's daylight savings time too, so I would say it's probably like 7 o'clock. But, you know, because of daylight savings time, we had to like wind our clocks back and everything. And, you know, they sent away from everybody to get to the point. And, you know, I was wearing a red leather jacket with red shoes, and there was about 65 leaves on the ground, and it was somewhat like 65 degrees outside, too. And I noticed from far back, because, you know, my eyesight is really good, because I'm supposed to see 20/20, because I'm a watchman watching over men, and I can see everything around me. It's like, dude, if you don't get to the point of what really happened, like, nigga, like, bro, what did you see? Wait, hold on, wait, I'm getting to that. You can't rush it. Like, hold on, wait. But officer, this is the best point. So, yeah, man. And then guess what they're going to tell the officer? Like, hey, man, son, you need to speed this up. Officer, you got the Bible says be patient. Like, dude, we on a time clock. Well, see, officer, you need to repent because I don't like your voice and I don't like how you're talking to me right now and what you're doing, man. It's just not kingdom work. And they're going to be like, all right, you know what? Hold him for 48 hours. Pick them up. Where are y'all taking me, man? Like, hey, man, hey, no, because you may bind me with shackles and chains, but I will always be free. It's like, boy, shut up. Go just holding penitentiary. Shut up. I said, I would hate to be the officer. I have to get their mission statement. He's the type of people, usually they try to keep you in jail. You try to keep him out of jail so you don't have to hear his voice. Like, son, we're talking about you. Why are you bringing up Steve Jr.'s name? Who is that? Like, who is Steve Jr.? And even the officers going to get on there and watch my vlogs. They're going to find Pastor Darby. These white officers done got saved. And even they get on there and watch my vlogs because Buddy done said my name so much. Like, son, we're talking about you doing a 90 and a 35. Like, what does Steve Jr. got to do with that? See, no, it's Steve Jr.'s fault. Because, see, he thinks he knows everything. Officer, did I tell you that his channel's bigger than mine? Yeah. Your Honor, there's no reason that Steve Jr. should be free and not me. Your Honor, it's just the way he called me a weirdo. It makes me feel some type of way. And so, you know, I'll never be as good as him. I'll never have a channel like his. I'll never have people like his. I'll never be as handsome as he is. I will never, ever have the Riz. I'll be a Rizzler like Steve Jr. is the Rizzler. Yes, officer, I just admitted it. Steve Jr. is a Rizzler. So Dexter's Laboratory sounding boy, like, you better get on somewhere. Right. That same face he making in the thumbnail, that's the same face he make when they say you have the right to remain silent. Looking like a saltine cracker. Well, you get on somewhere. A spotted sea turtle. Yeah, it's just another idiot running his mouth about what God's gonna do. And oh, look what the Lord does. Oh, look, palm trees. Yep, I'm enjoying what the Lord has created. That's why I said, don't worry, buddy. Your trolling session is coming. I'm trolling everybody now that can't shut up. Like, honestly. That's the thing I love about like people that know this game. Like when you look at like people like 50 Cent or like 6ix9ine or somebody that knows the trolling. Like I love that because I'm just like they show you like people just gonna sit there and talk and they ain't gonna do nothing. So what do? They troll the people that run their mouth too much. And then guess what people do? Absolutely nothing. Just sit there and take it. Like, does the defendant have anything to say before we? Actually, Your Honor, I got a couple of things to say. So, first off, I just want to, thank you for letting me be in this courtroom today. You're really beautiful. I love your staff that you have and all your knickknacks. I noticed that you have kids because I seen your pictures on the wall. You have really beautiful children, by the way. How many you have? Like 3 or 4 children? I'm like the 3rd out of 4 or 5 children. It was hard for mom to take care of us all. But, I'm just blessed to be here today. It's like they the type of people that like stall everything, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, dude, oh my gosh, man, prisoners will hate him. Just like, oh, look, here comes Max. Mad mouthing Max over here. Like, walk away from Max. Don't talk to him. Hey guys, did y'all see what they have on the lunch menu today? They having like peas and green beans and meatloaf and a roll. Oh man, I'm so excited for lunch, bro. Are you gonna eat your roll? You gonna eat all your sauerkraut? Hey man, I was wondering, like, could I sit on the other side this time? Cause I always sit on the left wing. I never sit in front of you guys. They be in a cell with somebody named Tiny. That's one of the biggest niggas in the jail. Even Tiny don't want to, like, oh my God, please. He just talks the whole night. And Tiny runs to this cell. He's officers, I did it. I committed that murder back in 2008. I did it. Please, send me to the SHU. Send me to solitary confinement. Please, I beg you. Officers walking, scratching their head like, man, we couldn't get him to confess for 10 years. Like, well, who knew to get him to confess, put him in a cell with a weirdo. Hell, shut up. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. It's just silly. So yeah, I throw jokes on them. You know what they would consider that? Mocking God. That's what they would consider that. See, you mocking God. Like, no, I'm just mocking you. You ain't God. Only a weirdo thinks that they on the same level as the Most High. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, boy, please. I'm like, you talk about God's children, you mocking him. No, we just talking about you. We ain't talking about God, we talking about you, weirdo. That's why he got their feelings hurt now. The Lord will show his wrath on you. No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm almost tempted to kind of watch it just to see what the idiot said. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it because I'm not going to give people the satisfaction. But I guarantee you if I watch it, I know it's going to be some stupid stuff in there. Because you already stupid because you don't know me. So I'm just like, I know he's saying the dumbest stuff right now. And he think he's killing it. That's the funny thing. He probably think he's killing it. No, ain't no probably. He thinks he's killing it. So I'm always tempted to see like, bro, let me see what this idiot's talking about. But I'm just like, nah, he just looks like, he looks slow on the thumbnail. Like he's missing a couple of chromosomes or something. Like something looks like he's something wrong with him. So I'm just like, he probably don't even know where he's at. I ain't gonna talk to dude. Like, I don't want to talk to buddy. So I'm just like, you know what? He's not smart enough to know that this ain't gonna work. So you kind of give him the satisfaction of thinking they eating. And I'm just like, he think his little channel is gonna do something. I'm like, okay, well, keep talking on mine. This is why my channel the biggest it's ever been. So I'm talking. You lack the wherewithal. Using big white words. Sir, your hypotenuse is off. Like, look, would y'all rather look at my reflection? I look at weirdos all day. Well, this one time I noticed that Steve Jr. had on a pair of J's. And I didn't really like the fact that he was stunting on the crowd because not everybody has J's. And he's such vainglory. He walks around with his shirt off. And he walks around with his muscles all out. And I really don't like the way that makes me feel. So I'm telling him to repent because I'm an idiot. And I'm insecure and self-conscious about my body and myself. And it's not about having vainglory, it's about loving the Lord. And I only say that because I don't have any of those things. And I can never have any of those things because I don't think it's possible to love the Lord and have nice arms and nice pecs like Steve Jr. does. And I don't think you can still get blessed by wearing a pair of J's. Oh my gosh, bro. It's not even fun messing with people like that no more. They such losers. It's like I bully these little losers every day, man. It's not even fun no more. They want them type of Negroes that talk like everything got a question mark at the end. So I watched your video, and I had a couple of concerns, and the way you run your channel, and you know the way you talk, and I was listening to how you say things, and you be looking like, and you be like, you know, hey, I really like that outfit. It's like, you like the outfit? What about it? It's like, no, I just like the outfit. Like, you think they ask you a question like, okay, what about the outfit? It's like, I really like it. Like, what you like about it? Everything. And you be self-conscious. Like, you think something wrong with my outfit? Like, why you saying it like that? Like, what's wrong with it? Nothing's wrong with it. I just like the way it looks. It's like, hey, look, man, stop playing with me. What's wrong with this outfit? Niggas be talking in question marks. How you shape like a question mark and you look like you talking question mark? Like, oh my gosh, bro. You gonna look like an upside down question mark. Like, boy, that ain't Espanol, Negro. That's a Negro. Oh my gosh. Now you see why they hate me, man, because they can't win with me. That's why I told you, pray your best prayer, you little weirdo. It's never gonna work. You know, people have done this for years. I keep trying to tell you, people have done this for years. It never works. In the end, God does what he wants to anyways. Look what he does. You always, it don't matter even if I was less than. I'm still better than the weirdo. It don't matter. That's why I be trying to tell people. I said, now look, we live a life-filled life. I said we don't plan our death or nothing. But I said if something was to happen, worst case scenario, I said you don't even know what would happen. I said in this life, people love me. And I said, God forbid, but if I left this earth, people will still love me then. My music is going to be memorialized for the next 30 years, idiot. My name will get bigger. Like, bro, God forbid. That's why I said we don't talk like it. But I'm just like, bro, worst case scenario, people are still going to remember you. Your name will be bigger than it ever has been before, dude. Just like Darby's word got memorialized after he died, I said the same will be with my music, you stupid idiot. You still win. They were always trying to scare you with that old death talk like God's going to do something and humble you real quick. And I said, well, bro, my name's still going to be bigger than yours. It don't matter. I'm talking about Joel Osteen and TD Jakes all you want to. Any scandal that they get caught up in, they name's still bigger than yours. Even in their worst, their name is still bigger than yours. They still get more respect and money and recognition than you get on your best day. Until you can rival what they have, are you on that space to talk? I said, you ain't even on the same platform. People really want God to do something to you. It's like, dude, this is why I kept telling you. I said, bro, in your best and your worst, you still going to be remembered. People still going to love you. On my good days, people love me. On my bad days, people still love me. God forbid, but if something happened to me right now, I got people that I can call. I got y'all, even y'all like it. Y'all like, hey, man, we got your back, bro. If anything goes on, God forbid, I'm just like, bro, people care about you. Only a common Negro who ain't got your number because they ain't cool enough to have your number wants something to happen to you. They want God to do something to you because they mad. Man, look at this car. They got Christmas lights on this car. Look at this. Y'all see that? It's something like out of the purge or something. Look at that. Straight monkey. Straight monkey. Man, the things are loud too, man. Dang. That's how I was trying to be with my Dodge Charger. Hey, bro, I was going to be doing like 200 on the interstate. Yeah, they don't know that's how God works because they don't know God, man. That's why I keep trying to tell you. They think they do because they can say, well, the Lord. I'm like, no, everybody talks about the Lord when they want something. You know how many times I talk about the Lord when I talk about my first $1 million? I say the Lord all the time because I want God to give me $1 million. Everybody talk God stuff when they want stuff. And I'm not saying he can't do it, but I said when it comes to vendettas about killing people or him judging people, he ain't going to judge somebody because you said so. You got a better chance of going to the witch doctor and doing it because that's pretty much what you're doing. It's called witchcraft. You can't go to the almighty Most High and be like, yeah, God, show him a lesson. He going to be like, all right, brother, I'm going to show him a lesson. God don't work like that. You know who he ends up showing a lesson? You. Then they wonder why they struggling in their everyday life. I said, because he's showing you a lesson, trying to show somebody else. Because they trying to get God to humble you because they want to humble you. You're like, nah, he going to humble you. And he might just humble you before the very people that you was trying to get him to humble. He might just humble you before them. And then you look what he does, and Buddy was trying to talk on me, and look. And they done humbled old little weirdo with his little small crappy channel. He'll never have a fraction of the subs I got, a fraction of the love and support I got. A whole year later, still doing better than he is. That's what he mad at. And now he done got humble, because now he get the jokes. Yeah, it's super sad, but again, that works on people who don't know nothing. It don't work on me. That's why I say it ain't never worked on me. I'm like, boy, that is not even accurate. That's why people be like, you ain't shivering? No, I'm not shivering. Like, bro, why am I supposed to be scared of that? God is a mighty awesome God. A God ain't no God of no killing people. If it was true, wouldn't we all be dead? Everybody has hated somebody in their lifetime. Everybody has hoped that God judged that jealous ex or that worst that ex-spouse or the worst person you ever known. Everybody got an ex they hate or somebody that they don't like. Everybody got somebody that they just cannot stand. And they will love nothing more than God to humble them right before them. Would not everybody be dead if it was true? So no, God doesn't work like that, bro. He don't work like that. He don't judge people because you said so. If that was true, man, everybody be getting judged right now because everybody wants somebody to get judged. You know how many bitter ex-girlfriends will be wanting their ex-boyfriend to get judged? Some Negro can't have her no more, so he want her to get judged because he can't have her. You have any idea what would happen? The next president don't like the last president don't like the next president because they want to stay in power, so they hope that person get judged so they can stay in power. Like, bro, it would never, like, bro, we would never get nowhere as a society. I don't think there'd be no more women left because women seem to have this vendetta with each other where they don't like each other at all. One's prettier than the next, they don't like her, now she's a bee, she's a hoe. It's like, yeah, that would happen. But no, I can't say that because now the Negroes are doing it, and I probably wouldn't be here now because Negroes is jealous of my real deltoids in my arms now. Now they jealous of my pectorals and my man breasts, and now they want a piece of this action. They be praying, yeah, Lord, judge him because he's too sexy. He's too handsome for me. It's like, well, that's why I'm not designed for men. I'm designed for women, stupid. Lord, he goes outside, talks with his shirt off, and he's making us look bad because I can't talk my shirt off. So, yep. Somebody trying to see that, old Captain Hook. Somebody trying to see you. That's why I said, I'm glad God don't do it off in there. I would have got judged a long time ago by all these little jealous white boys, man. They couldn't get the girls, so they was mad at me. Buddy was mad because I had all the women friends. He couldn't get none. So now I'm just like, he would have judged me a long time ago because old Buddy don't like me. You see why God don't work off with stuff like that, man? Because I'm like, everybody be dead. So yeah, don't ever try to get on here and talk about God's gonna do something to somebody. Like God told his righteous man, which is you, that like, hey, I want you to tell him I'm gonna get him. No, he ain't gonna say that. I said, nice try, but actually not even a nice try. You didn't even do it right. So I'm just like, you can try again. You can try until you think you're gonna succeed. It ain't gonna never work. That's why I say you better humble thyself or you fall in that same trap. Well, he probably already did fall in that trap. That's why his channels did. I say, yeah, if I hate his issue, his small channel, he's mad about that. So now he's gonna double down on what he said. No, I'm gonna show you a lesson. I'm like, this is y'all weirdos representation. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like y'all would love me as y'all representation because I don't play. I don't care about nobody like this. I mean what I say. I talk crazy. No passive aggressive weirdo gonna be your spokesperson. I'm just like, that's the best you got. Told you, Joseph's brothers did the same thing. Like, man, who you think you is? You ain't all that. And guess what? Now they had to go bow before him when they stood in front of Pharaoh, who they didn't even know he was Pharaoh. See? You better shut up. That Psalm 23 was hitting them. And then guess what? He locked up, who was it, Simeon or whatever, the nasty brother. He was like, man, arrest this one. You sure will. That's why I said I ain't worried about it. Like I said, God's just gonna do what he do. I sat by a whole year. I was like, I'm gonna look at what God does. People have been speaking on me and my family for the longest, man. And I said, oh, look what God did. Look what God does. Just makes everything abundant, makes everything nice, everything real. Is like what he does. No need for the local weirdo. You gotta understand, these people thought they was deeper than Darby, so they really thought they was spewing odds. I'm like, I don't know nobody that's deeper than Darby right now. So I'm just like, bro, how you think you better? Where your church at? Oh, you ain't got one. Where your ministry? You ain't got one. Where your congregation? You ain't got one. Where your channel? Oh, you ain't got one. I forgot. Yep. That's why they try to get on there talking about Darby was taken up by y'all. It's like, yeah, but that's probably why all your other people you lost was taken up by y'all too. Because they didn't keep his commandments either. Just like you try to say he didn't. If Darby didn't keep the commandments, oh my God, your whole family gonna go. If that's the case. That's why I say you gotta understand, like when people talking these technicalities, they have no idea. Like you better be glad that what you saying is false and it ain't real. Because all you and your people be dead if that was true. All of y'all. No, that's the thing. That's why I said, like, see, I was saying if these were trolls, it'd be one thing if it was trolls. Like I told you, they not doing the your mama jokes out the, your refrigerator running. These are not trolls. They're not just trying to rage bait because they trying to get a rouse out of y'all because they are dead serious. They really think that they're called to tell you something. They really want you to be like, oh my God, I repent, I'm sorry. Because they want to humble you themselves. They're not being funny. They're not just doing it to see you get aroused. Like they doing this because they really think they called to do it. They really be mad, talking about, nah, Steve, yeah, they was like, nah, he needs some lessons for his butt. One dude got in here saying that. He said he need to go watch his father because his little nasty little butt done got out of control. I was like, that's how you know you lame. Like, dude, you can't even cuss. I said, buddy, your angry talking don't work the same. Well, like I said, I can talk crazy without saying one cuss word. I said, you don't know how to do it right. He was talking like he's like your father, like yeah, he's all out of line. I'm like, what are you angry over? He said, do you really miss your father because you always walking over here angry? Like, he was dead serious. I was like, nigga, who are you? And so I told him, I said, I'm going to do you one better, little powerless weirdo. Do something about it. I gave him 30 seconds. I put the Jeopardy music on and everything. He was taking too long to respond. I said, get this old little weird homo out of here. I'm not arguing with him. He was like so mad too. He said, y'all should be encouraging him to preach. And y'all sitting here letting him be like this. I'm like, be like what? I said, Grandpa ain't had his meds today, his grand crackers. I'm like, boy, get out if I slap you to sleep. Nobody listen to you. And that'd be a nigga if he was standing in my face and I slap the mess out of him. You wouldn't say nothing. You want rage bait? Yeah, you'll raise somebody to slap you. And if I slap you, you going to stand there and hold your cheek and, hey, man, that ain't right. Like, you ain't going to do nothing about it. That's why I said people are not ready for me in real life. They just talk on this internet. That's why I said that's fine, because the weirdo's weird. They gonna talk on the internet until they stand in front of somebody's face. See, one day they gonna talk to somebody to get your IP address and find out where you live at. It ain't gonna be funny then. And then when they show up to your door or show up to your job, it ain't gonna be funny. See, that's why I said I would shut up. Remember, you don't know who you messing with. That's why I said people, they don't know who they messing with over here. But like I said, I ain't no mob. I don't do that stuff. Some people be messing with the mob. They don't even know they messing with people that's undercover. Be messing with ATF agents and real Nazi skinheads and people that's really crazy. Like, okay, you keep on doing that. Well, I said, you can't even. Ain't no rage bait. They the ones that's in rage. I'm not in rage. I'm cooling. Come over here mad about something. We talking about mental health, or we talking about Louisville today, and people over here mad about something. Like, what do y'all always stay mad over? Like, that's a miserable life. You can keep your God talk because you sure ain't got the fruits of the spirit. You always negative. I thought the fruits of the spirit was positivity and happiness. Like, niggas gonna hear negative about everything. They come over here, well, what are you doing to do? Like, what are you doing? I got a platform. I got works in the making. What are you doing? You old weird spectator. You watching me. What are you doing that's so great? So crazy. Just worry about what you doing. So it don't matter what I'm doing, still doing more than what you're doing. Yeah, you can tell. That's why a weirdo get on there talking, you can tell he ain't called. Like, this is a weirdo with a vendetta. He got his feelings hurt. He's compensating for something, so that's why he get on there trying to speak like a big man with his little small wee channel. And that's why his channel died a long time ago. He don't even know his channel dead. He's sitting there trying to revive it, old dried up thing. He's sitting there talking. That's why I said no challenge. Ain't no challenge. I said, no, what he did was he thought he was going to get a bunch of people that I offended to go over there and listen to him, too, which he probably did. He probably got a lot of them people over there like it because they all weird. Weird attracts weird. And as you can tell, it's not much because he didn't get a lot of views and stuff. So, hey, Steve, there are 15 people watching. Well, good. 15, 16 people watching. Good. Because my numbers be lying all the time. You talking about there's only like 0 people in here. Be 0 people in here, 7 people comment. I'm like, that don't even make no sense. Good. I want the 15 to 16 to 17 to 25,000 if there is to watch me and hear what I'm saying. I talk crazy when that's 5 people. Talk crazy when that's 25. It don't matter none, man. I say what I gotta say, and I say it with a passion. I don't care who watching. Yeah, shady. It ain't shadier than the weirdos. There's somebody in here now foaming at the mouth. They can't stand getting called. Like, you don't have to watch the stream. You know that, right? You don't have to watch. But I want to. Yeah, you know why? Because you're a weirdo. Imagine me not liking Meg Thee Stallion, and I'm sitting here watching Meg Thee Stallion's live stream all night, and then tell her, I don't like you. Hey, yo, man. People talk about, I can't stand Beyonce. Like, I can't either, so I don't listen to her music. I don't watch her on TV. I don't follow her on social media. You gonna watch all her videos and then comment after the video's done talking about that video sucked. Like, well, then why did you watch it? Like, they still win, man. Like, oh my gosh, man. She was so sensitive. That's why I say these white people gonna have a field day with these type of Negroes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell them where they can find y'all. Like, hey, man, leave us good black folk alone. Get these Negroes. Have a field day with them because they already think it's against the law to protect yourself. So you can have a field day with them. Y'all want victims that don't fight back? There you go. There they go. Like, you can literally find them and have them. Your ultimate target practice. Remember, sacrifices have to be made. Yep, there you go. There's a sacrifice. I think the black community will be all right. We'll be all right. That's a sacrifice we all can agree on. Like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, sure. That's why, these white boys, they like stuff that don't fight back. There you go. There you go. Them weirdos over there. There are plenty of them. Plenty. Oh, my gosh, man. What are we on, y'all? What are we doing? Hold on. It's almost 10. It's still kind of early. Nah, think about it. I didn't even eat lunch today. Bro, what was I doing? I was working so much today. I didn't eat lunch. When I'm hungry. I was like, man, this feeling in my stomach, what is it? It's like, dude, that's a hunger. I was like, Steve, we have money now. We can go eat. They still don't think turn the other cheek. Oh, yeah, it is. That's what it means. That's what they're going to think it means. They're going to think it means getting diddied. Have you heard the logic of what people said? That's why this old dumb idiot in here today was talking about, nah, see, what's the point? Because the Bible said, he who saves his life will lose it. I'm like, that's not what that means, stupid. See? See what I'm saying? I don't listen, debate with people. You see how dumb you got to be to see that? The Bible didn't say, if thy cheeks get taken, let your cheeks get taken. It didn't say that. It don't say, let nobody take your cheeks, man. I said, no, it's a nigga that's battling being sus, and so he wants his cheeks to be taken. So he's like, well, I guess it's not that bad. I said, see, man, I said, that's a dangerous person to have a family with. That's a dangerous man to date, women. I'm just telling you now. Don't think that your man gonna come and step in and save you. If he's like, yeah, he gonna let you get done. I'm just telling you. That's why I was tripping. The last girl with the Puerto Rican, she was a cop. And she told me, she was like, man, you wouldn't believe. She said, I talked to this one dude, because she like black dudes. She said, I talked to this one black dude. She said he was all sensitive about, because she's a police officer. She got to have guns. She has like the standard shotgun, the pistol, and then the AR-15. And she said, I was on FaceTime with him, just like cleaning my room, whatever. And he was all sensitive because I had guns in the background. She was like, you do know I'm a cop, right? He said, for guns, I like not good. And like, like this is a nigga doing this. I'm like, oh, nah. Negroes done got these feminized, white eyes and stuff. Like, this is crazy. I said, now he's too woke now. I said, oh my gosh, bro. And so she told me, she said, you ain't got a problem with her? I was like, no. I said, girl, do you know who we talking to? You know what I got? She said, I ain't trying to scare you until she see what I had. And she was like, hey, I got more than you. She even told me, she said, hey, if we ever fall out, she said, look, I don't want to be on your bad side. I was like, girl, I ain't that type crazy. Yet. Not yet. She was like, hey, I would hate to be a person that you don't like. I said, oh, listen. I know they would hate it too, wouldn't they? Because I'm like, I ain't soft, man. I believe in protecting yourself, man. You feel me? some idiots on there. No, see, because the Bible says if you say that's not what that means. That's not what that means. And that's why I said some people should stop trying to interpret scriptures because you don't know what you're doing, man. That's why I said there should be certain things you should be able to read when you first get saved, and certain things that you shouldn't be able to read because people take stuff that they trying to be too deep, too far, too fast, and too far. And I'm like, they don't know what they're doing, and so they misinterpreting stuff that don't mean what that means. That's what's wrong with this dude I know now. Like I said, he's cool, but he's taking it a little too far. He's just like, nah, he said because, he was like, nah, because, see, the Bible says that we all gonna die. No, we not all gonna die, dude. And I said, see, bro, I know you on fire for Christ. I said, but you still young at this. You don't know. See, he don't know who I am. Well, actually, I did tell him who I was, you know what I'm saying? But I told him, I was like, bro, I said, and I had to give him experience. I said, bro, over the last 20 years of doing ministry, I said, we've seen it all. I said, so, bro, I know the type of talking you're doing. And then when I started talking to him and gently explaining, he started to understand a little bit. Because he was just thinking, oh, snap, what was that? Hey, yo, bro, that was just like a shooting star in the sky, bro. It's like a small asteroid or something just like streaked the sky. It was just, literally, dude, it just disappeared. The aliens are here. Oh, man, hey, they'd be nicer than the Negroes. Hey, come take me now, aliens. Get me off of this earth with these Negroes. Bro, it really was. It was just like a streak. It was like close, too. It was like, bro, it was like a meteor, bro. I gotta take cover, man. I ain't trying to get hit. Like Steven talking crazy, got taken out by a meteorite. Dude. Live stream is still rolling. Like, man, look at the back of his head. It's steaming. Hey, even in that demise, boy, that'd be a cooler demise than everybody. I got taken out by a space rock. How many people can say they've got taken out by a space rock? I said, boy, that'd be a cooler way to go than most of you Negroes. Oh my gosh, bro. I said, imagine, I'm gonna be even more famous. It's something that they hate. Be even more famous. Don't call me a rocket man. And I know it's gonna be a long time. I'm not the same man that I used to be. I'm a rocket man. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, it really was. It was like a meteor or something. I was like, hey, yo. They got clocked by a space rock. That's why I said it's still a more exotic way to go to most of these Negroes. Like, he got abducted by aliens. Like, bro, that would be the coolest story in the world. It's like, bro, that's gonna be memorialized for forever. He said the San Antonio space rocket man. That's that. See, I told you. No man to take me out. Only a space rock. Said, well, at least it wasn't one of you Negroes. Oh my gosh, bro. See, Negroes gonna be jealous. See, why couldn't I get taken out with a space rock? Like, you're gonna be trying to envy me. Like, all right, Ice Cube, calm down, man. Like, it ain't that good. See, it's another one, bro. Where is these things coming from? Bro, you might be seeing an invasion happen. Hey, man. Oh, it's time to go home now. Like, bro, it's another one that just happened. It's got to be, it can't be a firework because it's coming down like this way. It's not going up, it's coming down. We might be facing the first live invasion. Hey, bro, that'd be kind of cool, man. See the aliens come. See me floating, I'm like, yeah, y'all look, I'm going somewhere where you Negroes can't. So yeah, I know y'all wish y'all could be just like me. That would be crazy. Have you ever seen them biblically accurate angels? Like they be making these little AI videos of like these biblically accurate angels, if that's what they look like or whatever. Which we don't know. We ain't never seen angels, so I don't know. Them things are creepy, man. You ever seen the Ophanum or the Seraphim or something? I'm like, bro, that is like super creepy. I said, imagine one of them showing up right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking off running. Ain't no such thing as do not be afraid, man. Have you seen you? Oh, shoot. That's why I said we be thinking the way the Bible explained is probably metaphors. Like, no, I think that's really how they look. Like, Somebody was in there like, no, because God doesn't make scary things. Like, bro, to him, it's probably not scary. You gotta understand, God is almighty, so to him, a lot of stuff is not scary. I said, he made you and your mama the two scariest weirdos in Louisville. I said, believe me, if that ain't scary enough, like, girl. I said, you ain't, I told him, I said, how you know? You ain't never seen it, how you know? They're like, nah, because the Bible said they didn't have wings. I'm like, how do you know? You have never seen one. Until you see one, shut up. Always a Negro think they know stuff. Like, they ain't never seen one. I mean, I'm not saying that as a flex because I don't want to see one either. So believe me, I ain't trying to be scarred. Like, I ain't trying to see that. It's this thing going on social media, man. This is my new favorite thing on Instagram. It's this dude that dresses up as like a space alien. He's like a space alien gangster. I forgot his name, man. But he talks like he's from Atlanta. It's the alien grade. They got like, he wear bandanas and like jewelry and stuff like that. Bro, it's just the funniest thing I've ever saw in my life, man. You know, like, hey, come on, boy, you know what I'm saying, man? He said, man, let me tell you something, man. He said, man, E.T., he from my planet, man. He said, but he broke, man. You feel me? He said he was the Eon node. I said, hey, Eon node, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. This dude is the funniest guy in the world, bro. I said, he getting pretty big. I just seen he was with someone walking there. He literally does this. I don't know who this is behind this costume, but it's so realistic and like he talked like he's like from Atlanta, bro. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen, man. Oh man. But yeah, I ain't trying to see no angels up on screen on screen. I was just talking about God who gives the spirit of fear. You see one of them, you gonna be scared. That's why they always say fear not. I was like, if it was just a tall man, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't just say that. See some with all these eyes and stuff like that is creepy. It's creepy even thinking about. Yeah, surely hope it ain't no invasion while I'm trying to do live stream. Like, that'd be kind of scary. It's like 'tis an invasion happening. Yeah, if they show up, so they show up on that block where them Hebrew Israelite apes are, they turn right around, go back into space. I'm like, no, wait, come back, please. Please come back. Like, even they don't want nothing to do with these weirdos. Like, must return to Galaxy Nebula 12D-9. I'm like, no, please take me with you. Like, please take me. Like, yeah, what's worse than an alien? The Hebrews are like, that's what's worse. They be like, we come in peace. They don't. They don't. Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even remember what I was even talking about, man. I was talking about something before that. So this thing kept flashing in the sky, man. I'm just like, bro, what is this? I'm like legit trying not to get hit by a meteor now. I'm just like, bro, I don't know what's happening. I said, dang, I know I was singing Candy Rain. I ain't really trying to get rained on by meteor candy. Then y'all gonna be commenting candy in the chat. Commenting meteors. I can see y'all now. LOL. LOL. I guarantee you, boy, you get to these niggas that talk too much, leave a bag of candy outside their house and see what they do. Throw a bunch of candy out there to them wild fiends, bro. Argue with them. That's why I said argue with them first. Go and argue and talk what you want to talk. And then after they mad, talking about God gonna get you, God gonna get you. And be like, yeah, y'all want some Jolly Ranchers? Tell me they don't turn down the Jolly Ranchers, bro. I swear they won't. Is that blueberry? My favorite? Grape too? Cherry, lemon, lime? Like, these boys get high every time they see a jawbreaker. They like, man, it's your turn to get the mic, brother. I'm gonna go eat this jawbreaker real quick. Tell me you don't walk around with a whole sack full of Reese cups, man. Tell me they don't take them. Tell me they don't. It don't matter if they white. They'll still take them. Shoot. That's why I said I'm gonna step to the podium. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna argue. Like, yeah, brother, I see you be talking about us on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. Just reach in my bag, pull out some Twix and stuff. They be like, yeah, I see you just talking and such savory goodness. And is that white chocolate? I said, brother, here's the thing. Nobody'll ever know because you know what? The rapper, you will never be able to tell. I said, they'll think that you're eating a brown Reese cup, but because the rapper all looks the same. I said, now go over and eat your white Reese cup and shut up. Get out of the bird's eye view so people don't see you eating something white. Just shut up real quick. They ain't gonna turn it down, boy. Daggone it. If I turn up with some white chocolate Hershey bars, they gonna eat them. Cookies and cream? That's my favorite. I'm gonna take a picture. Gotcha, sucker. Yep, putting that online. Yeah, look at you eating white things. Look at this idiot eating Esau. Look at him. He's sitting there talking. Oh my gosh, bro. I ain't never seen them turn down candy in the history of ever since candy was invented. That's why I said, you think I'm playing, boy? Go out there with some candy. They'll take it. Bro, it's hard for me to resist free candy, so I know it's gonna be hard for them to resist free candy. That's why I said I really realized what solved our local Negro crisis is candy. Oh, sweet candy. I said no need for violence. There's plenty of candy for everybody. Anyways, what were we talking about? Y'all forgot, bro. I done got distracted. It's candy. Oh. I just go off sometimes, like people run their mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? I just go talking for a little bit, but it's only because, like I said, you proving a point. I'm not even trying to prove no point, man, but I do on this channel because, again, I'm looking at how people really are and how they act. And I'm just like, I be saying stuff for a reason, and then y'all see it play out in front of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, they won't take the Three Musketeers because that's mine. They don't even know what that is. They say, well, even the Musketeers too? No, those are mine. Y'all take everything else. Take an almond joy or a peppermint patty or something. That's why I say we ain't candy corn season. Go out there and give them candy corn. They'll shut up. That's why I said don't worry about it. They don't celebrate the holidays. I said watch. Buy them a turkey and see if they do. They will. Invite them to the Thanksgiving dinner. They'll eat it. They ain't gonna turn it down. And tell them we got plenty of leftovers. Oh yeah, they coming. Yeah, believe Negroes here leftovers. They coming. It was the only Negroes on earth that eat almond joys. Mounds bars and stuff. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Niggas eating good and plenties. It's good and plenty. Now that's a snack I can get behind. Trying to separate they good and plenties. Oh my gosh, bro. Man, almond joys are disgusting. I don't remember the last time I had a Mounds bar and almond joy. That's disgusting. Who wants to eat almonds? Ugh. I'm trying to eat stuff with nuts in it, man. I don't want no nuts in my chocolate. Absolutely not. That's called a Diddy bar. I know it's better than the Snickers or Three Musketeers. Always. It don't matter what's better or what's not. They gonna take it. They'll eat it because it's free. Oh my gosh, bro. It's free. They don't care. They gonna eat it. Oh man, what are we doing? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh man. Ow. Where's everybody at? They still in here? Francis, are you still there? Y'all be like the quiet ones that be in the background that never say nothing. Those are my people though, man. I like them. Francis and E, them. They cool. Those are the two newer people we got. So that's why I said after you see all the weirdos I had to get rid of, like the last month or so, I said that's when they come. They cool. Cool. All I do is I like them a lot better. Can't say the same for that other weirdo. Where are they? Well, nowhere. May never know. You know, just out there being weird. Somebody else. Imagine that you leave one weird person to go to the next weird person. Almond joys are not good. Man, almond joys is like what they feed them in retirement homes. That's what I think of. Like, y'all know how to eat. I don't know about that, bro. I don't really eat that stuff no more. I don't really eat candy bars like it. And if I do, it's just Three Musketeers because it's delicious. So, other than that, I'm like I don't really eat those. Like I eat like snack cakes and stuff, which I'm trying to stop doing, but they be so good though. Yo, what is a Babe Ruth? I have not had one of them things in like a century. What is that? Because I forget. Is that like an almond joy too? Like, what is that? I don't really eat that stuff like that no more. I'm trying to wean myself up off my Negro candy ways. I'll stop eating candy that much because I know it's going to be used as an end-time weapon. Like, man, we think about mustard gas or atomic bomb. Nah, man, this is candy rain. They too distracted to see what's going on. They ain't got to do one fatality, man. All they do is feed Negroes candy, taking your rights away. We don't even know he ended up in slavery again. And Negroes won't know until the candy stops. Hey, man, what we doing? Wake up 20 years later. What happened? Like, Negro, what you mean what happened? He took candy. Like, no, we promised y'all 40 acres and a mule. Y'all took the candy instead. We ain't satisfied you give us 40 acres and a mule. How about a bag of assorted candy? Yeah. Like, you mean we all get our individual bag of candy? Yep, you sold your rights with candy. Hold on. Are you safe sitting there? Looks pretty close. Yeah, I'm safe. You gonna find out if you see me jump out the way. You're gonna realize I wasn't so safe. See, now YouTube is saying one person's in here. Bro, I can't stand this app, dude. That's why I'm ready to get off here and go eat, man. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of y'all, too. I'm tired of the weirdos, and then I'm tired of y'all. Oh, man. Ugh. Well, I surely know there's more than one person in here, but I don't even care at this point. I've been sleeping. Oh. But yeah, I definitely send out my prayers, man, in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Back home. I told my people here today, and they was just like, "Oh man," they was like, "Hey, you know," they was like, "Yeah, I heard about that." They was like, "Yeah, how's your mom? How's everybody doing?" I said, "Hey, she good. Everybody good, you know." But just not the people that was affected by it, you know. It's pretty tough. Wait, they didn't want black people, so black folks invented pecan ice cream. I didn't even know that, bro. I didn't even know that. There's all type of stuff that's behind the benches we didn't even know. This is crazy. And that vanilla ice cream is like kind of my. I like it more than chocolate ice cream. I don't like chocolate ice cream. Ow. Did they ever find out what happened in the? No, not yet. At least not that I know of. They yeah, that's what I was talking about. For this old freaking weirdo came here. I don't think they it's still under investigation. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I said I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't know. All I know is, like I said, when I worked there, is there more? It's got to be more than 3 people in there. Like now it's 1 person. So, just say y'all heard. I'm just gonna keep talking, but say you heard because YouTube pissing me off when it does that. But as I said, I used to work there, you know, at that UPS. And so they were serious about dealing with like a lot of hazmats. We dealt with like a lot of hazmat material, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that could explode or stuff that can catch fire, you know what I'm saying? So we literally had to do orientation. Our whole orientation was studying everything that had to do with like what to load or what not to load. They would quiz you and test you all the time. Like they would have you out there work and they would purposely put like fake little stickers on stuff to see if you catching it, see if you're looking at it. It's called, we had audits. That's what it was called. It was an audit. So when it was audit day, they was like, really look at what you're doing. Because they was like, they're going to test you to see if you know what you're doing, if you're doing it right. And so they would put fake stickers on packages to see if you looked at it. Or like whatever you loading up or you touching, they would put a fake sticker on it to see if you caught it. And if you didn't catch it, they would knock you down a couple of points. Or like they would, it could be like disciplinary action or stuff because you ain't paying attention. Because that's serious. Like, stuff serious, man. And so we like dealt with all type of stuff, man. We had to deal with horse jizz, dude. Literally, it was these big old containers, man, big old like plastic containers, and it was always like heavy, and we didn't even know what it was. They talking about that's horse jizz. I'm like, who sat here and gave a horse a happy time of his life into a bucket? That literally made no sense. So these white people are sick. We dealt with all type of stuff, man. They said, dude, you could be dealing with like you dealing with like samples and stuff, like scientific samples. They said sometimes they be shipping like feces and stuff. I'm like, yo, who does that? They said, yeah, because they studying it for work. I'm like, man, you don't need to study it for work, man. You just go in the bathroom after somebody and scrape a sample out the toilet. Why we gotta ship it? That's weird. I was like, hey, yo, man, what y'all be doing in this? This would be against the law. But then they made it against the law to where you can't search somebody's, I don't think you can search somebody's mail or they like packages or nothing like that. Cause people, bro, they was shipping all type of like weed and drugs and stuff. They said if you smell like a lot of coffee beans, that's them using coffee beans to cover up the smell of them like shipping drugs and stuff. But they was like by law they can't go in their stuff. They can't go through your mail and stuff. So the feds do that too. Like by law, the feds cannot go through like your mail or nothing no more. At least at the time they could. So yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, nasty work, literally. Bro, it was nasty. So we dealt with a lot of stuff, man. But a lot of stuff was like flammable, and it was like those. It was different type of gases and like explosives. I can't remember what stuff was called. It was, I don't know if it was potassium. One was like I think ethanol, or I don't remember. It was so long ago. But we had to look at the map and quiz it, and we had to know exactly what we was doing. Like they had weekly. It was like weekly audits. Like it was every other day they was doing that. So because that's how serious they are. They don't play that. So yeah, they definitely make sure that, and then when you're done with whatever you just loaded up, you have to get it signed off. So the person that's coming there kind of inspect it. You couldn't have none of the stickers, especially if it was like any hazmats we did load up, we had to load it up in the front, like load it up last. You know what I'm saying? When it gets full, you load it up. And so you had to put it to where it was in a safe spot, secure. It couldn't rattle around because if it rattles around, it could catch fire. Like, you don't know what's in there, what they shipping. And so you couldn't have any of the stickers faced towards the glass or nothing. For I don't know what that was for, but you couldn't have any of it faced towards the glass. It was I don't know, it was different, man. You know? But they were serious about that because they said it could catch on fire in the plane. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's what happened. I don't know. We still getting details about what's going on. So it's a sad situation overall, man. Whatever the situation is. That's my snow globe done broke. Well, sometimes they'll get it shipped in the you'll get it. We had it in like bags and stuff. So sometimes like when you get a bag that come down your chute, it's like a big old what's the material called? I can't remember what it's called. But it's like those big old mailing bags. And so it would have like a bunch of like stuff in there. So sometimes you got to open it up and like look and see what's in there, and you got to scan it and throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? So people stuff be breaking all the time. Ain't no telling, man. People just be in there just breaking stuff. And then if you was on postal, they had a section where it was like postal. So postal just comes in straight bags, no boxes, just straight bags, big old like postal, like big old plastic strong postal bags. You feel me? And so it would just be coming all over the place. You feel me? Like it would just be just whatever. So of course it's easier because you can just throw them in there. So a lot of times it was heavy. It was heavy stuff in there. But you know me, I'm strong. So some people was taking 2 hands. You know, they try to put the girls on it. So I was fast. I'm fast at everything I do. I was known as like, they called me Speedy Gonzalez. They was like, dude, you like fast. I really was, man. I was fast. And so I'm strong. So I'm taking the one arm and I'm throwing it, and one arm I'm throwing it, one arm I'm throwing it. I'm just in there. They just like, hey, yo. They was like, how you doing this? And I'm just working. I'm just like, what? And they was like, how you this fast? I'm like, this is how I work. I said, y'all ain't never worked with Pastor Darby. Like, listen, you have never worked with Pastor Darby. Wasn't no take your time on nothing, man. Work. So I'm just like, you know. So that's why every job I had, I was the fastest. Literally the fastest, dude. And so I was so fast, man, I could work on mine and work on somebody else's at the same time. Like, they would have me go help out a lot of the girls because a lot of the girls was kind of like, they was a little slower. Because, I mean, they're not as strong, of course, so they couldn't, like, really do the work as like, fast as I could. So we had a tote can, like after some of the bags would come in on these totes. Oh, it was the worst, dude, because you know it's sliding on all that friction. Dude, that was the worst static shock you would ever get. It feel like getting shot, dog. I'm not even lying to you, dude. I've been shot, so I know, bro, it feel like getting shot in your hand. It hurts. All of that friction slides down, and we would stack up the totes. We had a tote can, we had to put them all in. I'm talking about that thing would be full of totes, man. And you would try, and you could not wear headphones. Don't wear headphones when you're doing it because it'll shock your ears. Like, it was the worst shock ever, man, like for real. So literally, man, it was like you would be coming down with the totes, you'd be picking them up and throwing them in the containers and stuff like that. And you would try to touch it, especially when they stack. The more you stack them up, the more the static shock is. It's like hurts. So one time I tried to, like, it happened all the time. I would try to like grab it, and it's like boom. I mean, it was the worst. Like, I don't know what a static shock is. I don't know what that is, but it hurt. It hurt so bad too, man. Bruh, sometimes I would like go up to it because I'm trying to grab the stack. Bruh, the shock would shock your junk. Like, bruh, it hurt it. I said, man, I got a Peter shock. I was like, dang, cuz. I said, dang on, man. I got to make sure this thing still work. Bruh, it hurt it. I was like, dang, dude. I didn't know that was possible. I was like, dang. And so we had to like put all those stuff, and then dragging it was a big old like those Lifelike tote cans. Man, that thing was heavy, man. I'm talking about like it is like pulling like the weight of like 5 big Tammys, dude. It is like heavy. It's heavy. And I be pulling it by myself. Like they usually would try to have you get another person pull it. It was like, but I'm strong. I was showing off at the time, so I'd be pulling it all by myself. Cause you know, I was, you know, I'm that guy. I'm him. I'm him. But nah, man, it was, you know, just the stuff we had to do working there, man. Like they was serious too, man. Like we had to like go through a security checkpoint every day. You had to have a special tag on your phone because people was in there stealing the phones. So they had to know like it was all your phones, metal detectors and everything. Ouch. Ouch. So yeah, man, just to see what happened today is crazy, man. But that's why I was working before I moved to San Antonio. That's when I told you, I said, you don't really have to work that long. Like I said, it's like you only had like 4-hour, 5-hour shift days. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even that long. But the workload was so heavy, like it didn't matter if it was just 4 hours. I saw like, bro, that was a lot of work. Like, it was a lot of work. And so, you know, that place is huge too, man. We had to take shuttles to get to like our destination, man. Like, it was a lot. It was a whole lot to do. But I worked there, man. Like I said, I worked there, and then because we only had to work like 4 hours or so, or 5 hours, I would get out there with the piano. Like I said, I was doing work for church. If I wouldn't do work for church, and I was out there with the piano making my money to move to San Antonio. Like, I did it all the way from February to like December. Like, literally, dude, I worked like 10 months or so just to, like, you know what I'm saying, make my money, you feel me? And so, you know, that job definitely came in handy. You definitely did, you know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy though, man, what happened there. But yeah, definitely, you know, definitely say a prayer too for the families, man, for the city, man. It's just, it's up there right now. Yeah, even with the gloves, man, that static shock was so heavy. It didn't matter what you wore. Like, it was. I mean, I'm sure like with certain gloves maybe, but with, you know, it didn't always work. Cause I did gloves before, it didn't always work. So yeah, it was so many people there too that worked. You feel me? Like, that's why I told you that place, man. They did not care about their employees. They really did not, bro. That's why I said I knew I was funny at that, bro. That's how I should have known I was always a funny dude. Cause I was, bro, I was making people laugh at the job, and didn't even realize I was making people laugh, dude. But I was like literally like throwing jokes, bro. They have the worst break room ever, man. Talking about, they break room has not been remodeled since like the 80s, dude. Like, they do not care at all about nothing. So I was out there cracking jokes with the homies, waiting on our shuttle to come take us to our cars and stuff. I'm out there cracking jokes with the homies. I said, man, UPS don't care about us. I said, man, y'all see them dirty chairs they got in there? I said, boy, them chairs been there since 1980, bro. They was in there laughing, bro. I said, man, forget COVID, man. They got swine flu in them things, bro. People was in there laughing, bro. That was a dude that was even one of the managers. He was a white dude. He walked past, he was laughing. Everybody was laughing. Bro, I used to make people laugh for a living. It's like, I make everybody laugh. I didn't even really know I was a funny dude, but I seem to make everybody laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really peeped that. Like, even when I talk to women and stuff, and like, you make a woman laugh, and they be, not just laugh, they be cracking up. And I'm like, I didn't think what I was saying was that funny. But then I look at my own self, like, I guess doing this live stream showed me how funny I am. And so I'll look back at what I'm saying and I'll be laughing. And I said, this is what they heard when they heard me talk. Like even when y'all be commenting, y'all be like, Steve, I'm crying and I'm on the floor rolling. I'm like, is it that funny? And then I look, I'm like, yeah, it is. It actually is. But yeah, it was, I don't know. And so yeah, but I did a lot of that work, man, before I came to San Antonio, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I couldn't wait till my last day working there. I think I left the job around I think about a week or two before I moved. I went ahead and just like quit early. And you know what I'm saying? It was already super cold outside. Oh, it was cold because it was December. I was like, yeah. I said, a couple more weeks, Steve. I said, a couple more weeks, we out of here. Yeah, I don't even know why I said swine flu. I said Spanish flu or swine flu or something. I don't know what I said. It was just like, I said, because the chairs are so old. I said, bro, you're going to get sick if you sit on these things. Like, I said, man, anybody trying to be in this place? So, yeah, man, it was, that was that day, man. That was like one of my last days at the job, man. We had our worst ice storm since 1984. And so it was so dangerous. Even the mayor got on TV, was like, hey, don't go outside. He told everybody stay indoors, like, because people don't learn, or they just do whatever. But the job was like, if you show up, because, you know, this job, you don't get no days off. It's only, I mean, of course, we didn't have to work like Sundays or Saturdays. No, I think some Saturdays we did. But they was like, they only closed for 2 holidays, man. One was like, I think Christmas, and the other one was I think like Thanksgiving or something, or it was other. It was like no, I think it was. I think it was. No, I think I remember it was on like 2 holidays that they closed on. Like they never stopped. Like this is one of the biggest. UPS is one of the biggest companies in the world. Like for real, they don't stop for nothing. So Louisville is this main headquarters. You know what I'm saying? So I worked at the headquarters, like with everything. Like there's so much going on, and so they don't stop, man. Like, and so I was like, man, but they was telling everybody, they said if you come in today, you get like a $200 bonus. I said, man, shoot, I only live like 10 minutes away, so I'm like, man, shoot. I said I could use extra 200. I said, are we gonna risk it, Steve? I said, yes, we are, Steve. Yes, we are. Whenever it's snowing and it's raining, I don't go over, especially when it's like ice on the ground. I don't go over like 10 to 20 miles. I'm like, I ain't doing that. People be going like 60, 70 miles and they wonder why they skidding off the road. I'm like, dude, you can't zoom on ice, dude. You can't do that. So that's like I was taking my time getting there. You feel me? It was super cold, but I said, but you know what? I said, extra $200. I'm warm. I'm warm. I said, the mayor said stay in, but I'm going to go. I said, we only got a couple more weeks here. I said, so we ain't got to worry about it. And that's right when Louisville Gas and Electric Company turned off my, because again, I didn't have to pay my bill because I'm about to move. Man, that was like an $800 bill. Like they was trying to charge. I said, nigga, y'all gonna made that up. You made that up. So they turned off they couldn't get the power, so they turned off the gas. So I couldn't turn on no heat or no nothing. You feel me? So I was just like, oh man, that sucks. So I had to go get one of them propane heaters from the church. I remember that. Oh man. Oh, I remember that. I had to get a propane heater from the church. And that thing kind of warmed up my crib a little bit. You feel me? It made it warm. I mean, it made it warm fast, but it was just like, man, I gotta do this old school way. You feel me? And that's when I was still talking to that old white girl. Yeah, she used to come over. And I said, I gotta get the crib warm real quick. I said, I gotta get the crib warm. I was like, yeah, I said, it's gonna be toasty here tonight. I was like, hey, this is warm here. And so I told her, I said, look, I'm doing stuff old fashioned way. I said, I'm about to leave in a couple of weeks. So I said, you know, I got about 2 weeks. So ain't no need paying this $800 bill. I said, look. And she's like, no, I understand it. I understand it. And I think they was trying to turn my water off too. I don't know. No, the pipes was frozen. That's what it was. The pipes got frozen. And Louisville is the worst when it comes to frozen pipes. Like, bro, everybody's pipes get frozen. The whole city's pipes get frozen. And so I'm like, man, I ain't got no running water. I ain't got no heat. I said, niggas out here illegal. I said, I'm a living bum. I said, bro, I got a place, but I'm also don't have a place. I said, man, it's like you a homeless, like you a homeless renter or something. It's like you still living somewhere, but you ain't got the essentials to live. Bro, it was so bad, man. Like the pipe, I think where Mama stayed at, like they stuff was alright, but everybody else's pipes froze where I was at. So I had to go over like Mama's crib and take a shower and stuff. I was almost have to go over to the church, man, take a shower in the office. I'm like, bro, I ain't never had to go to the church take a bath. I was like, oh man, we are on hard times. I said, dang, man, I ain't never thought it was this bad. Bro, it was so bad. I said, man, I was counting down the days. I said, Steve, 12 days and 30 minutes. I said, we almost there, man. We almost there. And that day came. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. Came to San Antonio, boy. It was 78 degrees. I said, yes. No ice. No snow. And no Negroes. Oh, yes. Perfect. Yeah. Old times. Old memorize. Great. Anyways, what are we talking about? I forgot already. Now, real question is, which one of you flatfoots is gonna buy me biscuits and gravy? I ain't lazy. Y'all better be glad I'm not no beggar. I can milk y'all for stuff. Would you like to buy me a biscuits and gravy? It's only been since last Tuesday I've eaten. I'm like, oh, Steve. And I can have you guys being a couple of suckers. I won't. I'm trying to be nice and be respectful. So I don't like using people because I don't want people to use me. Try to do things a nice way. Oh, y'all there? Y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me better than this old weirdo talking about Darby tonight, though. Hey, bro. Hey, just know what if I ever see you, I'ma steal you for saying that. Just know that. And my word is law too. Hold on. Are y'all there? Can y'all hear me? Or is this phone froze? Oh, y'all just being the typical silent Negroes, not saying nothing. I'm about to get off here anyways in a little bit, and I'm tired. Ready to wind down and call it a night, man. I'm sleepy. Been up again all day, bro. Just getting stuff done. So, good night, LB. I'll catch you. May the three musketeers be with you. I hope you dream about musketeers. Yeah, when you wake up as a musketeer by your bed, you want to dance. Anyways, where's the rest of y'all, man? Can y'all hear me? Because I'm about to get off this thing. I don't want y'all talking when I'm about to get off. So y'all better talk now, forever hold y'all peace. We about to go bed. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm tired, man. I've been sleeping on my couch. So, you know, like sometimes I transition from the bed to the couch, and then sometimes I want to sleep on the bed more, and then I want to sleep on the couch more. Like I can't make my mind up. I got my bigger TV where the couch is, but the bed is more comfortable, you know. No matter, it's all me going to bed alone. For now, it's sad. Some nights I just cry myself to sleep because I don't have a woman that loves me. But you know what? Those days are almost over. So we're getting there. Like I said, we're getting better. It's all right, because in a while I'll be sleeping too. Counting all this money. Counting all this money I'm making. I do want a biscuits and gravy, but it's not 11 o'clock yet. Man, that sounds delicious. I might even get like 7 biscuits this time, bro. That sounds good. Oh, man, that sounds good. What time is it? Oh, I got 15 minutes. About 15 minutes. Oh, that's too long, man. I don't know if I can wait 15 minutes. What y'all think? What are y'all think? Sure is a biscuit hog. Yeah. Y'all don't understand, man. These biscuits and gravy here. Like, I mean, of course, they kind of like standard. I mean, they good, but I'm just like a real like diner biscuits and gravy. Oh my gosh, bro, it's just so buttery, man, and so I was about to say so meaty because they put the meat in. And I was like, nah, I can't say that. They cut up the sausages and stuff. Like, yeah, no, I don't want nothing meaty. I was like, but the biscuits and stuff is so good, man. Oh man. What y'all see now? That's what I said, man. We trying to take stuff more serious, man. More. I mean, we goof off, but I try to have more serious moments, man, because you know the world needs that, man. That's why I said the world needs us Christians, man. They do. It needs us praying Christians. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even with this, I try to be a little bit more serious on this channel when it comes to things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we throw a little jokes here and there, but we get serious when it needs to be. Did they finally fix this thing? He's so you like meaty, huh? Mr. Meaty. Come on, man. Hurry up. It's the elevator. Yeah, so I know it's November. You know, Daddy's birthday is the 12th. It's gonna be on the 12th. So that's crazy, man. Daddy would have been 53 years old, bro. 53. Man, that's crazy. It's just I always remembered him in my like in his like 40s and stuff, like not like 50s. You feel me? Like, cause he died when he was like 47, I think, 46 or 47. I think it was 47. Man. So I'm just like, the fact that his birthday coming, they're gonna be 53, man. You feel me? Yeah, that's super young, man. That's why a lot of people was just like, they was like, man, he was so young, you know what I'm saying? Because he was, you know? So let me turn this off. Like the people here that I know, they say that it's like, oh my gosh, she was so young, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not weird, so I don't have to explain that to them. And so they understand. They say, hey, it happens, you know. Then they start talking about like the people they know that died from the same thing. I just went through the same thing. I'm like, thank y'all for not being weird, because I got a couple of these weird freaking Negroes over here who think they know stuff. So that's why I don't talk to Negroes about it, because they think they know exactly what happened. They wasn't even there. Boy, they didn't know about Darby till like early this year. So I don't know. Oh man. Anyways, what we doing, y'all? I'm probably about to get off of here because I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have another all nighter with y'all just doing nothing, just talking and sitting around. Like, bro, I was tired last night. I stayed up for y'all. Man, she made me stay up like an extra like 20, 25 minutes, man. I was about to go to sleep. But I'm like, they one of my favorite people, so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll stay. 'Cause I hate to get off here and somebody just came in, just like, I don't want y'all to feel late to the party. Like, so. I really don't even got nothing else to say, bro. I'm just. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here, y'all. I said I was not gonna do these all nighters. I'm gonna try to get some stuff done before I go to bed. So I gotta get these business cards made and just relax, man. But anyways, y'all, like I said, keep moving in your prayers, man. Thank y'all for checking up on me and the fam, making sure we all right, you know what I'm saying? But get off here, man. Go sleep, because I'm tired. Anyways, I'll catch y'all, man, the next one, which I really do need to stop doing these live streams, because I've been doing this every day. That's probably why I'm so tired. There's no more live streams for me. But all right, I'll catch y'all. Y'all be safe. Goodbye.